Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. What the hell is happening on behind me? Batman masks are flying everywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Today it is the TV series renewed or canceled for 2017-2018. That's right, I'm back. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I've been gone for about a week. I've been having some severe internet problems, and my computer that has all my notes on it and things like that, the power cord has been destroyed, so I'm waiting for a new one to arrive. So I haven't been able to stream as much, and I also have a little bit of an announcement at the beginning of the stream. I mentioned this at last week's Better Call Saul, but it's worth mentioning here right at the start of one. But today, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the list of all the series announced so far to be renewed or canceled for 2017. There's a couple of really exciting ones that I'm really excited are canceled. It's about fucking time some of these shows are gone. And there's some other ones that I'm excited are getting a second season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it pursues. And some other ones that are really quite exciting that are coming back. But I'm not alone. As always, I have with me some of the best, some of the beautiful, some of the wonderful, the motherfucking chat. It's so good to have you guys back. It's so good to be back here babbling to you. It's been too long since last Monday. That's way too fucking long. And here they are. Here's the motherfucking chat. We got Claudio, Gone, your mom. What the fuck? I'm at the gym and I get this notification. It's 6:15 in Alaska. What the fuck are you doing to me, bro? Well, and I'll get it over with at the beginning here. This, between now and I think it's June 9th or something like that, these next couple of weeks are going to be really freaking hectic for me. I'm going away on a vacation. I got a big freaking event coming up at the end of May. So, and I have a lot of people coming in town over the next couple of weeks. People that I haven't seen in years that are calling up going, hey, what are you doing today? And I go, hey, could you give me an hour so I could sit in my room alone and yell at the screen? And then I go, oh, you guys can podcast too, to some of these people. They're like, we don't podcast. Oh, that's stupid. We don't want to, we're scared of that. So I need to kind of change plans to be able to spend time with some people I don't usually see. And then I'm away for a vacation. Some could call a honeymoon for a week and a half or so down in the Dominican Republic. And then this weekend, I'm going away with a couple of my friends to Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. So if anybody wants to come say hi to Joe and I, come down to Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut, Mass. In Connecticut, and I will be down there on Friday and Saturday night gambling my ass off and drunk as hell, ready to be taken advantage of. But yeah, I'm getting married. Stephanie and I are getting married on the 28th, and so it's that pre-marriage ridiculosity where everything is hectic. We're trying to get all the last little penises from rising. We have to hammer them with a fucking hammer. So between now and probably like the second week of June, I'm probably not going to be on as much as I would want to. I'm going to try to get on even if they're quick streams with the phone, you know, those daily issues kind of things where I just babble crap or something, or give you guys some backstage views of Joe in a tuxedo, because I can't wait to fucking see that. But just to kind of warn you guys about that, the next few weeks are going to be very sparse. I'm going to try to get out of here as much as I can, but it's just clusterfuck city. I mean, I need my therapy. I need you, me, you, me, you, me, you, me. We have a relationship. You guys keep me sane. You keep the people in my normal life from having to see this insane side of me. But yes, I will be playing some poker, blackjack. I'll be poking her. But Mad Screen, good morning. And yes, we're going to the Dominican Republic. We're going to Punta Cana for a week at one of those resort places. I forget the name of which one, but I will have my little camera thingy with me. So I'll be doing some streaming relatively from down there, just kind of show the scene and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to Dominican for a week for our honeymoon. And the wedding is Sunday the 28th, so Stephanie and I will be dealing with a lot of that crap. So again, I'm trying to bring as much streaming as possible, but I'm like that awkward son of a bitch that like David Silver on old episodes of 90210 that's always got the video camera. Hey guys, we're hanging out, let's stream. People are like, I don't want to stream, Phil. Come on. I'm so addicted to it. You should send out a live feed Periscope from the casino if you can. Enjoy. I'm going to try. I'll probably do just the YouTube live because I have it attached to my account. YouTube is going to be releasing this pretty soon to everybody, but right now only certain accounts. Like, I think they just throw you in a bag and go. And some accounts have it, some accounts don't. It'll be rolled out by the end of the year, I think, to everybody. They have one of those where I can stream right to the channel from my phone. So hopefully I'll try to do that from the casino. A couple of other things, silly things why I haven't been in touch more. My phone broke. I dropped my phone and the Wi-Fi and the internet all destroyed in my phone. So I'm walking around with like a $700 paperweight. So I'm switching carriers to an unlimited plan. So I'll be able to stream a lot more from random locations instead of having to be in Wi-Fi area. So hopefully I will stream from the casino, stream from Dominican Republic, kind of at least touch in here and there with you guys. But like I said, the next few weeks are going to be a little bit more sparse. I think I'm going to miss, unfortunately, 2 Better Call Saul streams, episodes 8 and 9. But then Joe and I will be back for episode 10. Maybe I'll be able to touch in a little bit if I watch it down there. But okay, enough of that happy horse shit. No one wants to hear about my fucking crap. No one wants to hear me bouncing from tree to tree. But I just wanted to let you guys know why I may be a little bit MIA in the next couple of weeks and why I have not been here. Phil, you should have this ADHD freak out the moment during the speech time of the weddings. Bongos and everything. That'd be amazing. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She's lived with me for 7 years anyway, so it's just a fucking formality. She's had to deal with my shit so long. But no, we're excited. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be good to have a party with a lot of our friends and family and all that sort of shit. So, and get some gifts. But no, it's gonna be a great time. We really do appreciate it. And people that know the channel, Joe is one of my co-best men, so he's gonna be giving a speech. And Taka, who's on Dirty Issues, is also one of the groomsmen and will be at the wedding as well. So I'm sure he'll be capturing some video as well. So all that will be out there. Maybe one day, not too far, we can watch the video from the ceremony and make fun of me and, do some Mystery Science Theater 3000 stuff with my wedding. I mean, there's plenty of fun opportunities here. And then when it's all over a few years from now, we have fun things to talk about now. But no, I do appreciate everyone's support and all the positive energy. It's been kind of a weird 6 months with everything. Some people know what happened back in March, and it's just been a, clusterfuck. But you guys are awesome, and you guys, as I said, keep me sane out here to be able to come out here and babble to you motherfuckers. Ahmed says, I'm having a Firefly Angel Dawes flashback from the title of this stream. My chat is fucking up. Also, there's too much grunting going on. Distractions. Don't be a Mitch, Phil. Take your time during your wedding. Us motherfucking chatters will be here when you get back. Yes, we will. It's happy news. Phil, will you be my lovely wedded wife? Make the penetration... Oh, Phil, will you be my lovely wedded wife? Do it. Touch it. Torture it. Spank it. No, and I know, I'm not gonna... What's the word? I'm not going to destroy elements of my wedding to stream, but it's funny. This is just a quick funny story about that. When we were initially planning the wedding, we were having troubles putting on a date because it looked like the wedding was going to fall on right around this time where Game of Thrones would have been. And we needed to do it. Stupid bullshit that we won't get into. It needed to be on a Sunday. There was no everything in the world led it to have to be on a Sunday. And I was being that guy. I was, yeah, but Sunday's Game of Thrones. There's 2 seasons left. Can we do it on a Saturday? So the initial plan was to have one of the classrooms set up where we're getting married at kind of like a school area. One of the classrooms set up with a streaming thing so I could watch the episode of Game of Thrones at the wedding and then go and stream it. That did not happen because of Dan and Dave. I sent a letter to them asking them to push off season 7 to July. So I'm glad they listened to me. I'm a little pissed about it because, it's bittersweet, but... So it ended up all working out. So that shows what kind of asshole I am. That in the pre-planning days, I'm going, well, right, we can't plan this thing coincided with Game of Thrones. That just can't happen, Huh? Motherfucker? What? This is me in the morning before I had my technical difficulties. You guys are amazing, but no, it is very happy news, and And again, I'm excited to share it all with you guys. And Stephanie's a big part of the stream and all that sort of stuff. So it's gonna be a fun time. And again, explain to you ahead of time here why maybe in the next few weeks the streams will be a little less active in between now and the first week of June. And then I come back, and then it's only a month or so till Game of Thrones, and then we can really amp up the hype level for the season. Just for the record, though, I already know that the trailer is going to be out while I'm on vacation. The trailer's probably going to come out while I'm on the airplane between here and the honeymoon. But I will try to watch the trailer and do a little bit of reaction, even a cam reaction of it or something if that comes out during the break. But that's that. Lord of the Last Hearth, what up, everybody? Make your wedding guests watch a sex scene from American Gods. Game of Thrones and the wedding seems good. I had one other, and these are things that the video might not actually come through, so this might not come through, but I had a couple of requests for the wedding for songs and different things like that. Mostly Stephanie planned it, and I just had to do some busy work to help her out with. But the one big musical request, I had a couple, but one of the big musical requests was Reigns of Castamere is going to be playing during the meal. Once we serve the meal, all the big music, the dancing gets shut off. I have instructed the DJ to play that quietly and then start raising the volumes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over to the doors of the gathering of the wedding party, and I'm going to slam the doors shut once the music reaches full volume. We're going to be practicing this. This is a stage show. Not everyone in there is going to get it. There's going to be only a few people that get the joke, maybe only my friends' tables and a couple of other people. And I know there's not even a ton of Game of Thrones fans there. But I don't care. This is the most hilarious thing for me. I want to see if anyone gets scared and tries to escape. And then I'm going to have my ushers just stand at the doors like, no, you can't leave right now. Oh, it's going to be fucking hilarious. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to be married and everything else. But I'm most looking forward to serving the meal and Reigns of Castamere playing. It's that's literally what my life is about right now. It is a scary thing, cheekiest. I want to scare every single guest to death. I want the Game of Thrones fans just to be like this. Wait, what's going on? And right as they discover it, the doors slam. Whoosh, and I just walk out like, yeah. Da, 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 da. It's so happening. Stephanie's like, I don't get it. I go, what do you mean you don't get it? It's gonna be funny. I was like, no one's gonna get that. I'm gonna get it. Fuck all. Joe's gonna get it. Oh my god, please have a weapon. Someone will try to kill you. I'm thinking about having a fork or something. The one or two Game of Thrones fans, and I know there's more than that. I know a whole table that's a Game of Thrones table, and Joe's gonna be there, my friend Elia, a lot of people that are way into Thrones. So, I know, Steve the dude, I know some people will know, one of my aunts even, who just recently caught up, and at first was like, oh, this is a lovely show, Philip, I love this. And then got to episode 9 of season 1 and was like, shit, okay, this is the type of series we're watching. And then she's like, I really love that, young wolf, he's really awesome. Oh shit, why didn't you tell me? But yeah, I'm very excited for that to happen. So that's our little intro. That's my little thing. Next couple weeks are going to be hectic. I'll try to keep you guys in the loop as much as I can without being intrusive to my events. But, they accept that that's what I am. Stephanie knows I get happy doing this stuff and get goofy. So she enjoys what it does to me, the silly energy. So everyone in the live motherfucking chat, thank you for the positive words, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun summer leading up to the beginning of Game of Thrones. Good morning from California. You get it all right. Scream out King of the North. King of the Northeast. And I'll just go, King of the Northeast! You better zigzag, motherfuckers! Thank you, Lord. Amazing stuff. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's not waste any time and get into this. I'll obviously still be babbling other things too. But if anyone wants to get a voicemail or a text in, there is a line, 781-990-8509. Again, that number is 781-990-8509. Please feel free to leave a voicemail or a text if you want. I know some people this is an awkward time. As I've mentioned before, I'm starting to try to trickle my way out more morning type streams as well, so can expose myself to a completely different group of you that might not always be able to, check out the live stream. Plus, it's good to be able to harass you during work. Hey, sexies. Yeah. Come sit on Uncle Phil's ketchup lap. What? You're not even drunk yet. And also, last announcement, the Better Call Saul stream will not be live tonight. I'll be live tomorrow with Joe at about 2:30 p.m., give or take, pending his wake-up schedule. But Better Call Saul will be on Tuesday, not tonight. Phil will be King of the Caribbean for a few days. Phil will be drunk as fuck for a few days to go to the Scrubs. If anyone's seen Scrubs, to where the janitor gets married, and at the end, Bob Kelso just shows up at I think it's the Bahamas, just like, Bahama Mama, Larry! And then just basically, they hook up the Bahama Mamas to him through the whole week. That's gonna be me for that week. I'm not drinking a drip. Well, I'm not drinking a drip or so at my wedding, really, but I'll be suffering plenty of technical difficulties, but if I'm going to deal with that many people, I can't be that drunk. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time, but those are our voicemail call-in lines. If you want to reach us, reach us by me and the motherfucking chat, and plenty of ways to reach me over the week while I am away. So if anyone has any requests or comments or anything, always email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. Plenty other ways to support the channel if you want to look in that in the description box below. But please, if you're watching this at any point in time, you're enjoying this silliness, hit the subscribe button. Help our army keep growing. And if you do, if we get some subscribers, you might see a little sign up there in the corner, a little dancing whatever. Also have the magic wheel, which forces us to do things. So huge appreciation to all of you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Talk to you next time. And good night, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. No, fuck that. I haven't even started yet. What's wrong with me? I haven't even fucking started this shit yet. So let's get into this shit right about... Where is it? Play it. Let's get into it. Play it now. It's time to get into the business. Oh, the business. Captain Phil Sparrow. Oh my goodness. Armelatis. I could have played, I look more like Keith Richards. I look more like Jack Sparrow's dad than Jack Sparrow. The Santa Claus, ho ho ho, the Santa Claus podcast is back. Ha ha ha. Quixote, huge hug. Okay, so let's get into this. The list, this is the complete list as of 2 days ago for the television series that are canceled and renewed as of 2017. This article is from Syracuse.com. It's syracuse.com/TV/index 2007. If you search TV shows renewed or canceled 2017, if you want to find this article. But that's the article I'm going off of. I'm reading off of, ripping and reading. So as of today, I do want to say one thing that I'm excited about. No, I guess it's in the A's, so we'll get to it really quick. So this is a list. This is alphabetically. It's not by the channel. There was a couple of other lists that had by the network, but this is more of an alphabetical list, so I'm kind of going with this one. Some shows, like I mentioned, have not been announced yet. Not every one of these shows that I necessarily watch. I just want to go through the whole list, and whether I make a comment about it or not, it may be beneficial to you because you might watch the series while you're listening to this. And also, I guess it will get a feel for some of the crap that I watch and some of the good stuff that I don't watch. So let's get into this. Yep, final season of The Leftovers. No more renewals for that. There's a couple of other shows like that haven't necessarily been renewed or canceled. They're just ending. I don't think those shows are necessarily listed here. I also don't think any of the new shows that are coming are listed as well. I'll do that as a separate show when all the new pilots get announced for the year. But let's not waste any more time with this and get into what really inspired me to want to come out here. Not that I watched this show much or I followed it, but I am so fucking excited. I can't even explain why I'm so excited. I want to dance up and do an Irish jig. I want to... Better Call Saul has dipped in the ratings. I did read that, but there's no official word of it yet. It's hard for me to believe that AMC won't let them finish their storyline, especially if it's just a 4-season or a 5-season storyline. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next Better Call Saul cast. They're kind of talking around that in the Better Call Saul Insiders podcast, whether there'll be another season. There's some hints and vibes that maybe this might be the last one anyway, but we'll have to wait to see about that. Excuse me. So the show that made me want to come out here and do this particular podcast, even though, again, I don't watch this, but for some reason I'm celebrating. In fact, I'm giving a free spin of the wheel right now just because this show is canceled. Free spin of the wheel! Free spin of the wheel! Just because this show is canceled and I have to do a trumpet solo. Holy shit. Okay, I have to do a trumpet solo. That's horrible. Keep me honest. By the end of the show, I'll do a trumpet solo. So, is Two Broke Girls. I'm so excited for some fucking reason that this show is canceled, because every time I happen to be watching something else and it leads into this, and I'm pretty stupid. And don't get me wrong. I'm going to say something before I start trashing people's programs that they might like. This doesn't mean to say that, fuck you, you're an idiot for watching this. Certain shows I watch, I'm going to come straight out and say, I watch Survivor every week. I watch Naked Dating on VH1 when that was on. I watch some bad shit. So I'm not passing judgment on anyone's shit watching schedule. If you like Two Broke Girls, if you find Kat Denning funny, if you think those jokes are good, I'm sorry. No, not I'm sorry. Good. Comedy is subjective. I'm glad you find interest in it. To me, this show is like repeatedly punching me in the gut with a spiked bat every time I am forced to watch it. I don't get it. I think the acting is on the level of like a Saved by the Bell or something without all the charm. And I think the jokes don't work. It's all in this like 1-2 beat sort of thing. Now, I've seen both of those actresses be funny in different things, but the sum of their parts equals shit on that show. And that is probably one of the worst television programs to ever be on the air for more than one season. It just sucks and it stinks and it sucks and it stinks and it sucks and it stinks. I fucking hate it. And I hate you and I'm glad that you're dying, TV show. That's how I feel about Two Broke Girls. I'm excited. The world makes more sense today. Oh, happy day. That the shit is finally over. The generation of depression that I faced due to having to fearfully watch episodes of this show every once in a while, my DVR of something I watched before, even back to when, like, I think How I Met Your Mother was on, or maybe even Jeopardy or Survivor or something. Like, whatever shows I watch on CBS that connect afterwards, and I end up having to watch like 5 minutes of Two Broke Girls at the end of the DVR because I'm too lazy to cancel the episode before it gets to the end and says, do you want to delete? And I always wait for it to get to the end. Do you want to delete? It's just like a weird sort of anal thing I do. Oh, speaking of getting fucked in the ass with a spiked bat. But Two Broke Girls is hornswoggly crap monkey poop. You know the shit that a monkey throws at the wall? The shit that sticks is Two Broke Girls. Powerless is also a really stupid NBC show. Let me try to scroll up. I'm trying to scroll up. Get scrolling. Get scrolling, motherfucker. So I'm trying to read the live motherfucking chat here. My God, that shit is finally over. Quixote says, those girls are as annoying as fuck. Ahmed says, Powerless, NBC is a really stupid show. Chikia says, is the writer's strike still being threatened? I think it all got handled. I thought I read somewhere. I'll double check about that at some point. But I'm pretty sure that they've handled the writer's strike situation. We could get into another good golden age of reality. Note the sarcasm. Ray says, what up, Phil? You cool-ass fella. Live from the motherfucking chat. Are you going to continue with the American Gods recaps? I'm a bit lost. I'm going to go check out the book from the library. I have not watched episode 2 or 3 yet. When I get back from all this vacation things, I think I'm going to catch back up with that and then kind of probably catch in on the show towards the end of the season. I am going to continue with watching. I don't know if I'm going to have week-to-week recaps right now, just because if you watched the beginning of the podcast, I talked about the next couple of weeks are really hectic for me. Getting married, going away for a vacation, all that sort of stuff. So I'm in sort of a clusterfuck water slide right now. So I just don't want to say that I'm going to be doing it and then come back. But I've only watched episode 1 so far. I haven't watched the second 2. And so I am looking forward to getting back into that. And I know Joe is also interested in watching that and talking about it. So I think at minimum, we're going to be doing an American Gods season recap when it's all over with, for the whole season after a binge watch of the season. I don't think we're going to be just have the time right now in the next couple of weeks to immediately go into week-to-week coverage. But but I am excited to get back to that show. I've been enjoying it so far. No, but how do you really feel? How do you really feel, Phil? Oh, How I Met Your Mother equals privileged millennials enjoying their careers during a bad recession. Fuck Barty. Is American Gods good? It's fun. It's a watch. I hope they cancel Suits and Mr. Robot. I've never seen these shows, but I hate people who watch them. I've never seen either. Oh, I've seen Mr. Robot. But I've only seen season 1 of Mr. Robot. I have not. I haven't watched it past that. I did enjoy season 1 a lot. So let's continue to our next show. Two Broke Girls is gone. Yay, yay, yay. Ding dong, the motherfucker is dead. So, hey Quixote, hey chat, roger that, Phil. I'm going to read the books and then catch up as well once the season is finished. I think I'm just going to enjoy watching that show as a binge. I might binge watch 3 or 4 and then catch in between and do one of these kind of casts where I do a roundabout and mention it and kind of talk about it. Joe and I want to do more podcasts where we don't necessarily have a subject. We have a subject, but we go way off of it. So it's not a recap about an episode, something like this where I'm doing a list so I can just kind of randomly do an issues program as well. So we're going to be doing more of those things. So we'll touch in about American Gods. But I think for now, we're probably just going to be doing at the end of the season recap of just summing up what we saw. So I still miss Limitless too. And do not worry about the double posts. Put 500 of the same posts. I'm okay with that. So let's continue this. I want to scroll this up here and I got to do this. Sorry guys, it's about that time. So, okay. It is about time to get into our next list. A couple of these, as I mentioned, I'm just going to be zipping over because I don't watch them. 12 Monkeys on Sci-Fi will be ending with season 4. I assume that's Bruce Willis movie television series. Never seen it. 24 Legacy is to be announced. I did not watch a second of 24 Legacy. It's hard for me to get into 24 without Jack Bauer because Kiefer Sutherland is 24 to me because they changed so much changeover in all those other characters through all the years of 24. The one steady that you had on it was Kiefer. And at least you could have done was have Kiefer, spoiler alert for the end of 24, live another day. Kiefer doesn't die. So at least you could do is have him die and have maybe his underling take over or something like that. Have the person that was going to star in Legacy be working with him and then kind of have a passing the torch situation if you really felt like you had to do this and do more 24 without Kiefer. But 24 isn't necessarily the way they make the show. I know they think it is. They think it's, all that style, the 24 style of television show making. It's not. 24 is Jack Bauer, is Kiefer Sutherland. And I hope that show does not come back. Yes, and it's time for some technical difficulties. Here we go. Our next show is The 100. The 100 on CW is renewed for season 5. Then we have Adventure Time on the Cartoon Network is ending with season 9. Okay, then we have The Affair on Showtime. Never watched that. Renewed for season 4. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC is renewed for season 5. Almost Royal on BBC is to be announced. American Crime from ABC is canceled. American Crime Story, though, on FX is renewed through season 3. American Dad renewed through season 15. Here we go. We were just talking about this one. American Gods is officially renewed for season 2. So if you're into American Gods right now and you're at all afraid, as I know this is a big thing for Stephanie, if she doesn't really want to watch a show till season 2 because she's so afraid of the Limitless thing, of getting into a series and then having the series basically end with still up there. And it connects to her mind because one of Stephanie's favorite series of all time is Claire Danes' My So-Called Life, which My So-Called Life is notorious for being one of those programs most affected by being canceled early, where it sets up in that last episode a lot of kind of cliffhanger things. Will she end up with Jordan Catalano? Will she end up with Brian Glasses Geek Guy? And just a big setups, a lot of big setups with that kind of stuff. Just kind of leaves it all hanging, I believe. I haven't watched My So-Called Life in like 10 years. So she's very, very careful about getting into a show during the first season. So I get that. It's tough getting into something and knowing that the story will never continue. Limitless is the most recent example of something like that I've been into, and I thought it was a good program, probably too good for network television, which is what his problem was. I think it probably should have been a Netflix series or something. Then they could have filmed it in shorter episode blocks, gotten Bradley Cooper to be more of a bigger part of it. Anyways. Does anyone else hate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I never got into it. I really never got into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or any of the ABC Marvel Universe shows. For some reason, every time I try to watch them, I'm disassociated on some level. I just don't find I kind of liked Agent Carter for what I saw about that, but for whatever that's worth. But I do watch the CW shows, and I'm not necessarily saying that some of the CW shows are better than what they're doing with the ABC shows. But for some reason, I can take, maybe it's because of my 90210 upbringing, because I can take all the CW-ness with a grain of salt and be like, okay, I get the CW-ness, let's have the fun. And sometimes I'll completely skip episodes of the CW shows because they're so bad, but the good stuff is good. Maybe the Marvel stuff, because of how good the Marvel Netflix universe is, because of how good Daredevil is, because of how good Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and how serviceable Iron Fist is. I'm almost done with Iron Fist, and I don't hate it as much as I did at the start. I'm like, hey, this isn't great, but it didn't have to be a whole series. They could have just done this in 2 episodes in the Defenders, and I would have been fine. You don't have to give this guy his own series, but no. But I love those other series. I love Daredevil so much in that universe that maybe it's kind of tough for me to go out. Whereas I feel like in some ways, at least Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when it first started was very much just commercial build up for the movies and all that. So I don't know. I just never really got into them. American Dad, since the Cartoon Wars episode of South Park, I've had less and less interest. Yeah, I'm a fucking lemming, okay? I am a fucking lemming, and when Matt Stone and Trey Parker tell me something, I believe it. And when Matt Stone and Trey Parker hate something, it gets me on that side a little bit, especially at that point in time when Cartoon Wars came out. Since that point in time, I haven't been able to get into Family Guy or American Dad or the Seth MacFarlane thing a little bit. I like Ted, and I think there's some elements in every Seth MacFarlane thing, every half an hour, there's a moment or two that will make you laugh. It's just by nature. But Matt Stone and Trey Parker kind of ruined Seth MacFarlane's humor for me a little bit in that Cartoon Wars episode. Prison Break Return definitely feels more forced, almost cringeworthy. That said, I love it. I was going to get to that when we talk about Prison Break, which is, spoiler, is renewed for another season. But that's what makes Prison Break great. The more cringe Prison Break is, the better it is. And I think what I like about this remake of it is, continuation of it, and I think always about Prison Break, it's never afraid to be that. It's never afraid to be the silly, over-the-top thing. It's almost slightly aware of itself in the way that an Expendables movie is at some point, or an 80s action thing. So I appreciate the over-the-top teabagness of everything. So I'm enjoying it too, even though I think it's pretty horrible in some ways. But I'm enjoying every single minute of it, and I'm excited that we're going to get more Michael Scofield. I like watching Wentworth Miller eat up scenery in Dominic Link fire starter guy from The Flash. I like seeing those two interact with each other, and I like seeing all the Prison Break universe characters. And if we're gonna get another season, I can hope that my favorite Prison Break character, William Fincher's character, will come back. Fincher, whatever, however the hell you pronounce his name. So, Firefly was the heartbreak series that not even a movie cured. They sure have been taking advantage of the wiener shots in American Gods. My so-called life was awesome, but ahead of its time. I agree with that too. Oh, 90210. Can't wait for the new Star Trek series that I will be covering on the channel. Star Trek will be doing recaps of Star Trek Discovery. That is going to be happening. I'm also going to try to hopefully have Mark from Enchantment of Eternity over here a couple times and maybe do some of those reviews with me and some other Star Trek fans that I know in my circle to get and do that sort of stuff. But I can't wait for it either. I'm very excited. I like the casting. I like everything to do with that show so far that I've been reading. CW and Netflix do comic TV well. Very well. Shit, Iron Fist put me to sleep. First episode put me to sleep. It's still not my thing. It's my least favorite by far of all those series. But I'm sort of getting Stockholm Syndrome with it a little bit. I'm watching it so much that I go, okay, I like this universe. I don't like him. I don't like what's going on. Meh. But I'm still watching every episode, and I'm slightly more awake every episode to every episode. So it's still not my favorite. Not even close. Like it would be like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, Iron Fist. The Shark Tank is being filled for me on Comic Book Heroes on Netflix. Iron Fist did fall short. Critch, great to see you, Critch. Plus all the licensing issues. It's not technically allowed to be in the same universe as the movies. It makes it strange. They can't show any characters or things like that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that is. I recently caught on to Rick and Morty. Good stuff. Very good stuff, Rick and Morty. And I'm going to, again, spoiler alert for this list. Rick and Morty is renewed. Star Trek Discovery takes place after Enterprise but before the original, so we may get both old Captain Archer cameo and a young Shatner cameo, and we'll get Christopher Pine. Captain Pine will be a part of that most likely too. I think it's a good period of time to work in before the change off. Things can get a little bit more modern. I think it's a very good time period that they picked, even though I would have rather them be in the future, but because of the Abrams thing that kind of fucks the universe and it changes things up, so it's tougher to go in the future. There's plenty of time for that in Star Trek stuff. So let's continue. American Gods, as I mentioned, is renewed for season 2. American Horror Story. Oh, very hot. Gone. She's the best part. Her Fight Club stuff, her No Holds Barred Fight Club stuff at the beginning is what got me through those early episodes. Once she gets into her ass kicking, it's just, she is fucking amazing. She's my favorite part of the entire show. That and, of course, when Rosario Dawson shows up. But my least favorite part is Loras fucking Tyrell. Fuck him. He's the worst part. If they cast someone else in Iron Fist, I would feel so different about the whole entire series. It's all for casting for me for him. He's not the right person to play that part. Maybe he'll be good in the Defenders. I just don't think he's charismatic enough to be the lead of a series the whole way through. I just don't buy it. Or not that I don't buy it. I just don't like it. So yes, American Gods renewed for season 2. American Horror Story is renewed for season 7. No one wants to cancel Ryan Murphy programs. The Americans, unfortunately, will be ending with season 6. I've not watched that show. That is a show that has been suggested to me many times by motherfucking chatters. So maybe I will watch it once it's all over with and done. Angie Tribeca from TBS. Series 2 premieres April 10th. Animal Kingdom on TNT is renewed for season 2. Another Period on Comedy Central, renewed for season 3. APB on Fox, canceled after 1 season. Archer, to be announced, but likely to end with the 10th season. The Arrangement on E, renewed for season 2. And Arrested Development, renewed for season 5, according to Jason Bateman. No announcing of when yet it will be on Netflix, but is officially renewed, at least from the words of Jason Bateman, that there will be another Arrested Development season. This one, potentially, from reading into it at all, unlike the last season where it was filmed all out of order and all that sort of stuff to work with the cast's weird schedule, this is actually going to be a real season of Arrested Development filmed with everyone together. So I am excited for this. I did enjoy the comeback season more than some did, I think. So I think it's still funny. I think the team still has a lot of energy and a lot of fun left to come. And I'm really excited to see that series come back. I can't lie. I've enjoyed every episode of that. It's one of my favorite comedy series. And again, even the remake, and I know it wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but I think it was a very fun, interesting way of doing something different, and also a way of working with the cast's schedule. And it's better to do that than nothing for me. It wasn't bad. Some of the episodes I liked more than other ones. Some of the character stories I enjoyed more than others. And I thought some were really, really good, where some were just average. But I think in general, I had a lot of fun with it. So let's go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm reading some text messages over here. I got to get some, fuck you. I got to watch for a friend of mine who has to come over here to use my computer. You probably be saying, oh, but you can put in a road trip. Oh, awesome. Dude, Claudio, I just got your email. I will respond back to your email in private, but that's awesome. So, Star Trek universe is fucked to me. Am I on a timeline 1 or 2 or whatever? In this one, it's before the timeline split, so it's actually still timeline 1, but it's timeline 1 after Enterprise, so technically it's timeline 2, because then there's timeline 3, which is the J.J. Abrams timeline, so it's post First Contact, so the shit that happened in First Contact already happened, so the timeline has been altered to a certain extent, so I guess it's timeline 2, but it's timeline 1 if you forget the whole First Contact aspect and you're just thinking Abrams movies or not. It's before the destruction of Vulcan. Star Trek Discovery takes place after Enterprise. It has nothing to do with the movies. It's the original timeline. Has to do with the Cold War of the Romulans and the Klingons. Americans is good, but coming to an end historically. That I can. Yay, T-Biggs. Great to see you, T-Biggs. And that is one cute fucking puppy, T-Biggs. I'm so glad to have, as always, when I'm doing these kind of streams, the live motherfucking the live motherfucking chat right here. So yeah, I'm excited to see Klingons and Romulans and see that. It's gonna be fun. Star Trek should be a TV series. I wasn't the biggest fan of Enterprise, and I'm hoping they correct some of the mistakes of that. Even though I didn't love Voyager, it still felt like Star Trek to me. Enterprise, whatever it worth, never felt like Star Trek to me. And I love Scott Bakula. People know that have been watching his channel for a while. I did a Quantum Leap cast where I just waxed poetically about Scott Bakula for fucking an hour. So I love Scott Bakula. I really do. But there was just something missing, something wanting about Enterprise that I just thought never quite worked. Excuse me. So, okay, so our next show is Arrow. Arrow is renewed for season 6. I gotta say, Arrow has had some shit phases and some decent phases. The back half of this season, I've enjoyed more than I have maybe since season 2. But last season was horseshit. I'm glad for Stephen Amell. I think he really cares about the character and cares about this universe. And I think it's important to keep Arrow on for as long as possible. That being said, I wouldn't mind eventually them sort of consolidating these series a little bit. I think the crossovers work really well. And eventually when Arrow just becomes shit full time, I think you can't retire the character, but if you add him to Flash somehow and add him to Team Flash, or you combine the universes a little bit, it might work. I'm not upset that Arrow's coming back, but the show steadily is declining even for what it was. The more, I think, this second team that they're forming is better than that other team they formed with Laurel and all that. I think that was a little bit cheesier. I think this has a little bit more of a grittiness to it. That being said, meh. If I had read today Arrow's canceled, I wouldn't be depressed. I'd be like, okay, good, end. Yeah, Arrow again, never watching. Oh god, oh good, the Felicity show is back. Oh my goodness. The live motherfucking chat, CJ. So, Ash versus the Evil Dead on Starz is also renewed for season 3 for people that are feeling that show. Atlanta renewed through season 2. Baby Daddy canceled on Freeform. Never even heard about that. Ballers on HBO is renewed for season 3. Go Dwayne Johnson, even though I never watched that show, but I know some people do like it. Baskets on FX, renewed for season 3. Bates Motel on A&E, ending with season 5. Beauty and the Beast on CW, ending with season 4. Being Mary Jane, season 4 premieres on July 18th. And Berlin Station, renewed for season 2 on Epix. Better Call Saul on AMC, to be announced. So I think this is very scary right now. I think I'm scared. Now, the fact that Better Call Saul has not been officially announced, it's renewed quite yet, and they're kind of getting into it. I know AMC's a little bit later on stuff. I don't know. I'm a little worried that it isn't officially renewed yet. That being said, maybe Vince is planning on ending this thing this season. Who knows? Maybe they know something that we don't know about the end of the series. But it's hard for me to imagine FX not giving Vince and Peter a blank check for this, essentially. Letting them finish, regardless of ratings, finish the way they want to finish. And I hope with the story that they're telling, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you tried it and you didn't think it was for you, try season 3 again. It's a little bit more of a quicker pace. Some more Breaking Bad kind of stuff is trickling its way in. It's turning into a different show. That line between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul is dissolving to a certain extent. So I'm not worried, but it would be great if we got some more people watching Better Call Saul. Yeah, to be determined. We're all fucked. Basically, at this point, if it still says to be determined, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. The 100 is fucking awesome. Don't care what anyone says. Smiley. The 100. Welcome, Sam Crow. Great to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Sam Crow 509. Which Sam Crow, we got the Mayans series coming up really soon, which I hope eventually leads to our prequel Sons of Anarchy series. I must admit, I'm a little bit more excited I'm excited for both those. I'm excited to see Kurt Sutter get back into a universe he understands after the disappointment of the bastard executioner. Rag says Better Call Saul will be renewed for sure. I missed the last episode of Better Call Saul. Sam Crow, it's no spoiler here, but it's all Jimmy and Chuck, basically from beginning to end. There's no Mike or other side storyline, so be prepared for a full-on Jimmy and Chuck episode, and that's all I'll say about that. Okay, so Bates Motel, Beauty and the Beast, Better Call Saul to be announced. Better Things on FX is returned through season 2. It's funny you say that. T-Big says, I just realized I don't watch cable. Just finished The Sopranos. Fucking love it, Sam Crow. Great, amazing show. Hopefully so many of the whiners died from Black Rain it can go on. I realize this too as I'm watching this. I realize what channels I watch and what channels I don't watch here. Some of this stuff I just don't watch. And I'm like, okay, great. This is Better Things renewed, Beyond from Freeform. The Big Bang Theory is renewed through season 12. Billions is renewed from season 3. Blackish is renewed for season 4. The Blacklist is renewed for season 5. The Blacklist Redemption is canceled. Black Sails ended with season 4. Blind Spot renewed for season 3. Bloodlines ends with season 3, which is a Netflix series. I think this might be the first Netflix cancellation or end. Excuse me. Netflix Bloodlines ends with season 3. Blue Bloods, which is all I know about it is that it's Donnie Wahlberg's show, right? Blue Bloods is renewed for season 8. Bob's Burgers is renewed through season 8. Here we go. BoJack Horseman renewed for season 3. Bones ends with season 12. Bosch, which is that series on Amazon, is renewed for season 3. Brain Dead is canceled. Broad Comedy on Comedy Central is renewed through season 5. Brockmire renewed for season 2. Brooklyn Nine-Nine renewed for season 5. Season 5 already. Wow. Bull renewed through season 2. Call the Midwife renewed through season 9. The Carmichael Show season 3 premieres May 31st. Casual on Hulu renewed through season 3. The Catch ABC canceled. Channel Zero on Sci-Fi renewed through season 4. Chelsea on Netflix season 2 premieres April 14th. Chicago Fire renewed for season 6. Chicago Justice to be determined. Chicago Med, there's a lot of Chicago shows, renewed for season 3. Chicago PD. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Chicago shows. Chicago PD renewed for season 5. Okay, so Chicago MED renewed for season 3. Chicago Justice is to be determined. Chicago Fire is renewed. So Fire, Med, and PD are all renewed. Justice is to be determined. Ahmed says, I used to like Big Bang, but ever since the gang started to get laid and having social lives, I can't relate to this show anymore. Nacho beat up Crazy 8 next episode. Please, Big Bang, can someone please explain to me 12 seasons? I can't explain that shit either. I think there are some elements of the show that works too. I think the interaction between the 4 nerds on the show works for the most part, even though I don't like Skanecki or whatever his name is there. But I think especially the other 2, not Sheldon so much either, but those other 2 dudes are the funniest part of the show. The dude Wolowitz and what's the other guy's name? Dude that lives with his mom and the other dude. Like those 2 guys are funny on the show in the early parts of the seasons of the show. I never was into Sheldon. I don't like Kwoku there. I hated her when she showed up on. Did she show up on, was it Charmed? Yeah, she showed up on Charmed and it was like the worst pile of donkey shit in the world. So I don't love the show, but I think some of the elements with the nerd characters are funny with those 2 other characters, especially with the kids with the mother. Like, I don't even remember his name, like, but the kid that like lives with his mother and shit. Like, I thought all that stuff was pretty fucking funny. But that being said, 12 seasons later, they're all laid, they're in relationships. You got Blossom, you got that other girl that's going out with one of the other. Like, it's more of just like a love comedy, How I Met Your Mother, Rules of Engagement sort of shit going on. Just shoot me kind of thing. And that's what I think when I'm watching the show. Just shoot me, please. End this show. Just shoot me. I don't want my aunt to call me and be like, I get Star Trek. I watch Big Bang Theory. No, you don't. Shut up. I know who Data is in your Data song. Dr. Sung is a mighty big genius. He did that dude Data with an android penis. Fuck the girl Tasha, the Borg Queen too. You better watch out. I said he's coming for you. He's this hero named Data. You can't comprehend. He's got the logic like the Vulcan, but the strength of 10 men. He solved the ship's problems with the greatest of ease. All crew members, bow at your knees. I'm like, shut up. Shut up, Auntie Kareen. Sheldon is getting laid. I feel sad. Bones was good, stayed decent. I wouldn't shed a tear over it, but it will be missed. And my problem with the 100 is that everyone is so angsty about the decisions that leads the girl to no matter what she... that leads the girls makes no matter what she's done, and even if they've helped her. And Critch says, I agree to that. So let's continue this. Casual on Hulu is renewed. The Catch on ABC is canceled. Channel Zero on Sci-Fi is renewed through season 4. Chelsea on Netflix season premiere. Oh, I already said all those. Excuse me. Let's scroll down. Code Black is renewed on CBS for season 3. Colony is renewed for season 3. Comedy Bang Bang on IFC, good show, ended with season 5. And Conviction on ABC is canceled. Crashing on HBO, which I haven't watched yet, is renewed for season 2. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on CW is renewed for season 3. Criminal Minds on CBS is renewed for season 13. Criminal Minds Beyond the Borders on CBS is canceled. Daredevil on Netflix, the Defenders and spin-offs The Punisher series coming. No official dates are announced, but it is determined that we will get another Daredevil season. We will get Defenders. We'll get what's going to be coming in this year. I don't think are necessarily Daredevil. The 2 ones to be looking forward to for the Netflix series is the Defenders and the Punisher series coming, which to me, I'm super looking forward to season 3 of Daredevil and season 2 of Jessica Jones and even season 2 of Luke Cage. Please don't do a season 2 of Iron Fist. In fact, you can kill Iron Fist in the Defenders and I won't care. So, or put Iron Fist in Luke Cage's series. That would make sense comic-wise. But the Punisher, seeing John Barenthal have a whole series to play the Punisher, fuck all. And seeing the Defenders, I love the I love the trailer that we saw for it. I'm excited about Sigourney Weaver. I can't wait for the Defenders and see all these characters together. Even Iron Fist. I want to see them shit on him, and which I have a feeling they're going to do. I'm very much looking forward to the interactions of all these characters. And so the Defenders and the Punisher coming out this year are probably my two most exciting of these Netflix series, especially the Punisher. I can't wait to see what the fuck they do. How violent and destructive this Punisher series is going to be with Shane. Laura! I need David. I need the walking David to do me some Shane. So, oh, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Just got a text message. Love that you do these kind of podcasts. No, thank you guys. I love doing these kind of shows too. I sometimes I fall into the habit of just doing recaps, and I'm like, oh, I can't come out. But this was just something I was reading an article. I'm like, okay, I'm just fucking coming out here to do this. So. Why do I laugh at the name? Why do I laugh at the name Iron Fist? It's just such a random name. There is talks of Buffy remakes. I've heard some. I want to see Narcos season 3 is any good. Me too. And Narcos is on this list for people. To a little spoiler alert: Narcos is renewed. So Dark Matter is renewed for season 3. Speaking of Kiefer Sutherland. Designated Survivor is renewed for season 2. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard decent things about Designated Survivor, but I hear it's 24. He's basically Jack Bauer's president. The Detour on TBS is renewed for season 3. The Detroiters on Comedy Central is renewed for season 2. Difficult People on Hulu is renewed for season 3, premiering on August 8th. Dick Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, BBC America, is renewed for season 2. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. It's funny. I've had people suggest that series to me. I have not watched it. I don't know what it's all about. I mean, it's a detective agency show. But I've heard a lot of people have suggested Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency to me. So, that is renewed for another season. More like Iron Fisted. Oh my gosh. Divorce, the Sarah Jessica Parker series, is renewed for season 2 on HBO. Dr. Ken, which is maybe one of the worst television shows ever put to air. I don't know how this pilot was even picked up. Is canceled. We have not gotten there, Uncle D, but just in case you do tune out again, my friend, I want you to know that it is officially renewed for season 2, even though it probably won't come out till 2018. Westworld is coming. Dirk Gently is good, but you have to get past the goofiness. Designated Survivor is a train wreck that I can't look away from, says Grinch. So, oh my fuck. That's funny. So, so Divorce is renewed. Dr. Ken is canceled. Doctor Who, BBC America, is officially to be determined. But come on, Doctor Who's coming back. Documentary Now, IFC, is renewed through season 3. Dr. Ken is with that dude that played I forget his name. I think I'm talking about the right series. It's about that guy that's actually a doctor that became an actor in some of the Seth fucking Rogen films. I think he played one of the doctors in Knocked Up. If I'm thinking about the right guy, if I might be confusing my people, but I'm pretty sure I'm trying to think what else he's in. Like he's an actual doctor, and he's just got that sort of deadpan humor. It's just such a shit show. His character's good if you put it in a movie put in the right movie situation as kind of a doctor you don't expect. But once you know the joke, it's no longer funny. There was some show called Principals with Walton Goggins and Danny McBride. Did that get canceled? Vice Principals. I haven't got to that yet. What's funny is I literally just started watching that last night. I will get to that. I'm pretty sure it's on this list somewhere, but I don't think there's been an announcement for that, or I haven't mentioned it yet. So, but yeah, it's called Vice Principals, I believe. So, Doctor Who, Documentary Now, Doubt on CBS is canceled. Drunk History on Comedy Central renewed through season 5. Elementary, which is one of Joe and Katie's favorite shows, is renewed for season 6. Bloodline on Netflix will be ending with season 3, unfortunately. So where was I? Drunk History, Elementary renewed for season 6. Emerald City is canceled. Fuck Oz. There's so much talk about that. Empire, Fox's series, is renewed through season 4. Episodes, a Showtime series, is renewed through season 5. The Exorcist is renewed for season 2. Oh, wow. The Exorcist is renewed for season 2. I did not watch that, but Stephanie actually really likes it. That's what Gina Davis, she actually says it's really good. I don't know if it's good. It's not my kind of show, and I'm not a big movie to TV show thing. That being said, I'm excited to get to the L's for one that's renewed now. So I know Steph is going to be really excited about The Exorcist coming back. Whoa, Critch, whoa. Is there a new Game of Thrones trailer that just came out? Critch, what's going on? What are you? Don't say things like that, Critch. Did it really? Is it out? Is the new official trailer out? Do I have to end this podcast now and do a trailer reaction? Sorry. So, anyways, so let's continue here as I'm distracted. But Exorcist, I've heard nothing but good things from. Steph speaks its praises, and I think she was very afraid of that show not being renewed. So, Gina Davis is a great actress. To get her on a show, I'm sure she does good work on that. Critch says Exorcist was a big surprise. You fucking troll. You got me, Critch. Ass. I was ready to shut off this stream. Like, I'm shutting off this stream now, motherfuckers. This stream is over. Dirty bastards. I'm not worthy. Bastards. Okay, so The Exorcist, The Expanse on Sci-Fi is renewed for season 3. Falling Water renewed for season 2 on USA. Family Guy is renewed on, Family Guy is to be determined. Fargo, to be determined. Not out. No, it's okay, Critch. It's okay, Critch. I want to believe it. It usually happens. It wouldn't have surprised me. Have you seen Power? It's on Stars. 50 Cent is the producer. On the back of the DVD, it says The Sexy Sopranos. No, I've not watched that. Ooh, Sexy Sopranos. Hey, if we go by the girls he gets, Tony's sexy. I love Christopher and Christopher won the season. How does Fred Flintstone get all these girls? And Gone, yeah, that's what I've heard. Like I said, Stephanie says nothing but amazing things about The Exorcist. So, everything I love dies. The Exorcist, Falling Water on USA is renewed for season 2. Family Guy to be determined. Fargo to be determined. Fear the Walking Dead season 3 is going to premiere on June 4th. Feud on FX is renewed for season 2. Flaked on Netflix is renewed through season 2. The Flash is officially renewed for season 4. Excuse me, Betty. Excuse me for this quick musical interlude. Starring Ramsey Snow.
Let's play a game. Which body part do you need the least? You've been wondering
This is Ramsey Snow, my bastard.
who I am. You're just
Wonderful.
me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Had to let the kitty cat out. Power is good, but where does it go from here? Let's continue. The Flash renewed for season 4. Fortitude on Amazon is renewed through season 2. The Fosters on Freeform is season 5, premieres on July 11th. Frequency on CW is canceled. Fresh Off the Boat is renewed for season 4. From Dusk Till Dawn is to be determined, likely canceled on El Rey. Joe's going to be excited. Fuller House is renewed for season 3. Thank goodness. We need to get more Fuller House. I was going to say we need to get more of, I couldn't think of the names of the characters and I didn't want to challenge my brain to think of it. We need more Jesse, Joey, and Danny together, though. Come on. Get rid of these new characters. Girl Meets World is canceled after 3 seasons. Girlfriends, A Guide to Divorce on Bravo is canceling after 5 seasons. Girls on HBO, ending with season 6. The Goldbergs is renewed through season 6, so the next 2 seasons. Goliath, renewed for season 2. Good Behavior on TNT is renewed for season 2. The Good Fight, CBS All Access, renewed for season 2. Good Girls Revolt on Amazon is canceled. The Good Place, renewed for season 2. Gotham on Fox, renewed for season 4. Ren Renwood, great to see you. I love Fortitude. Frequency was strangely interesting, says Critch. The problem with Family Guys is you have to watch 20 minutes of shit to see one really good joke. And that's kind of what I was saying I think, generally speaking, there is 1 or 2 decent jokes mixed in every episode of Family Guy, but you have to wade through a lot of shit. It definitely makes you laugh. If you watch a whole episode, there'll be one joke in the episode, usually like a Brian thing or Peter thing for me, that just makes me laugh. Or even a Meg joke that makes me laugh. But just pound for pound, I just see that the Cartoon Wars episode with the seals picking up the balls. Let's continue. Gotham, renewed for season 4. I want to dance naked on the piss on the graves of girls, says Critch. Gotham Feels Good Man, says Gone. Grace and Frankie, renewed for season 4. I know Stephanie will like that. She enjoys that series with Lily Tomlin on Netflix. Grant Chester, PBS, renewed for season 4. Graves on Epix, renewed for season 2. The Great Indoors, CBS, is canceled. Great News on NBC is renewed for season 2. Grey's Anatomy, still on. ABC, renewed for season 14. Grimm on NBC, ended with season 6. Halt and Catch Fire on AMC, ending with season 4. Hand of God on Amazon, ending with season 2. The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, renewed for season 2. This is one of Joe's favorite series right now. Hap and Leonard on Sundance, renewed for season 3. Heard a lot of good things about Hap and Leonard from Joe mainly. He's highly wanting me to watch that series. So I'm good for Joe for Sundance series getting renewed. Sam Kerr says Gotham sucks in my opinion. I haven't watched since season 2, so I can't. I am going to be catching up on it a little bit. So Gotham's another one. I think some elements of it I really like. Some elements I think is shit. And I think when it focuses on the stuff I like it. And when it focuses on stuff I don't like, I hate it. Excuse me. I like Bullock. I like some of the crime elements. I like some of the stuff with the villains going on. I hate the Bruce stuff and the Selena shit. Alfred's decent, but I feel like you don't even need Bruce on the show. I talked about this before, but I think some elements of Gotham I enjoy. I enjoy the dynamic between Gordon and Bullock is probably my favorite aspect of it. But they've got a lot of seasons to go for Batman. No Duncan Egg, no Robert's Rebellion for the Game of Thrones spinoff, by the way. Gotham sucks in my opinion. If Gotham was canceled, I wouldn't be hurt. But I know, again, it's one of those shows that I'm treading lightly here. Stephanie likes it more than I do, so I watch it and kind of deal with it because she really loves it. There's some shows we watch because I like more that she's kind of like, I'm not really into that. Gotham's one of those ones that I watch because she really likes it, and so I try to find things I enjoy about it. Again, I get a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome with it, but I think there are enough good aspects of it. I like how it's its own thing. It's its own Batman take. It's no connection. When I start thinking too much like a Batman fan, this doesn't make sense. So many years to go to Batman, this, that, all this stuff, that fucks with my enjoyment of it. When I start thinking, in this universe, Gordon's Batman, essentially, and Batman's going to be Robin. So I enjoy it a little bit more when I think about it just as a one-off comic in a different alternate universe where Gordon's the center of the universe. Gotham, I want to see at least one Barbara cat fight a season. My favorite Halt and Catch Fire and Hap and Leonard. Ren, like I was saying, Joe loves Hap and Leonard, and I've watched Halt and Catch Fire. That's a good show. And Richie says MTV Network just needs to be canceled. Hopefully we'll get to that at the end. We have to retire our networks and finally play music videos again. That's what we need to do. No! I couldn't even do it. Season 1 was, I thought season 2 was better than season 1 if we're still talking about Gotham Sam Crow. Season 1, I thought season 2 in general was stronger. That being said, if you weren't into it in season 1, you're never going to get into it. It's not something you're tremendously missing. But if you can enjoy it when you're watching it, there's some elements you can be like, oh, this is really cool. The way they did Mr. Freeze here, the way they did this storyline here, the way they're doing this, the way that, it's kind of interesting. But the sum of its parts, when I start looking at it as a whole, as a Batman vehicle, that's when I get kind of hinky with it. Me too, Red Walrus. Very excited for that. Extremely excited. Like, that is one of my... Star Trek should be a TV series. They're getting a lot of the Deep Space Nine vibe to it, where it might be an ongoing, built-up storyline, not episodic. I hate that they're doing it on CBS All Access, but I'll deal and I'll steal it and I'll freaking... no, I'm going to buy CBS All Access for that and in no way watch those episodes from illegal means. So I'm going to watch it. I'll be fine with that. I'm really curious. I'm trying not to build it up too much just because the last 2 Star Trek series were my least 2 favorite. So with Voyager and then Enterprise, never really was into the Enterprise. I'm confident, though, that they're spending a lot of time. I like the casting. I like the creative team that they're bringing in to work on this. It's gonna feel very Trekky. I am very excited for it, though. Richie says, I really liked Longmire. Longmire is good if slow moving. Great to see all of you guys, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for this live stream about the television programs that will be canceled and the television programs that have been renewed. We're going to start doing more podcasts before 12 p.m. So next we go Hawaii Five-0, renewed for season 8. High Maintenance on HBO, show I never watched or never even heard of, renewed for season 2. Homeland on Showtime, renewed for season 8. House of Cards on Netflix, season 5 premieres on May 30th. Oh wow, it's coming back very soon. House of Lies, Liar, on Showtime ends with season 5. How to Get Away with Murder, renewed for season 4. Humans on AMC, renewed for season 3. Imaginary Mary on AMC, never heard of it, is canceled. If Loving You Is Wrong on OWN is to be determined. Imposters on Bravo, renewed for season 2. I think I saw someone post about that. Imaginary Mary canceled. Incorporated on Sci-Fi is canceled. Idiot Sitter on Comedy Central, never watched it, but fun name, renewed for season 2. Insecure on HBO, season 2 premieres on July 23rd. Inside Amy Schumer on Comedy Central is on hiatus, to be determined. Into the Badlands is officially, this is for you, Taka, if you're watching this at some point, Into the Badlands officially renewed for season 3. Oh, hey, here we go. Dirty Issues is in the live chat right now. I didn't even know you were in there. Is that Joe or Taka? How to Get Away with Murder renewed for season 4. But Into the Badlands officially renewed for season 3 on AMC, which again, not meaning to go back to what we were talking about before, as I quickly put a musical interlude because I have another fucking pussy scratching at my door that I have to go get. I'll be right back.
Play a game. Which body part do you need the least? You've been wondering
This is Ramsay Snow, my bastard.
who I am. You're just wonderful.
Sorry about that. So we've got Into the Badlands renewed for season 3. To be determined, Imposters on Bravo renewed for season 2. Post about that. Imagine Incorporated on Sci-Fi Channel. Idiot Central never watches a fun name renewed for season 2. It is Taka. So Into the Badlands is officially renewed. But this does scare me a little bit that Better Call Saul hasn't got the official announcement yet too, since AMC is renewing another series that airs very similar time period. That makes me think that maybe, I don't know, that's just a little scary that Into the Badlands has been renewed and Saul hasn't. But it was the other way around last season where Saul was renewed first, Into the Badlands wasn't, but eventually did get renewed. But Taka, awesome news for you and for Joe who's watching the series. I still have yet to catch up to this season, but I cannot wait to watch this whole season. I've heard that at least from Joe anyways, and from watching Taka's live streams over there on Dirty Issues, where he does live reactions of Into the Badlands, Cosplay Melee, and also Flash episodes. So definitely check that out on Dirty Issues. That this season of Into the Badlands has been very, very good. And I know they added an actor that Joe's a huge fan of. And again, I don't want to spoil myself for things to come because literally I haven't watched any episodes this season. So I'm excited to get into that, and it is renewed for another season. So It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, renewed for season 14. That makes me happy. iZombie CW, renewed for season 4. Jane the Virgin, renewed for season 4. The Jim Gaffigan Show on TV Land is unfortunately canceled. Kevin Can't Wait. Not that I ever watched it. I just felt like saying that. It's because it's the first canceled one we've seen in a while. The Nick on Cinemax is canceled too, and I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm going to be surprised The Walking Dead is still on if and when I'm 30. I'm 26 right now, but if it is, this shit will be crazy. That will be fucking crazy. We got Kevin Can't Wait, renewed for season 2. The Killjoys on Sci-Fi, renewed for season 3. Kingdom on AT&T DirecTV program network. Fuck, dude. There's a lot of weird networks. Ending with season 3. I got travel bugs that say world's second best lawyer. I got something for you too, Taka. I got a travel mug for you too, motherfucker. The Last Lady Dynamite is renewed for season 2. The Nick, as I said, is canceled. Kingdom is canceled. The Last Man on Earth on Fox is renewed for season 4. We've got The Last Man Standing on AMC that is canceled. And I believe Last Man Standing is, I've never watched it, but isn't that the Tim Allen show on there? So ABC Last Man Standing is canceled. I thought that was doing pretty good in the ratings. Anyways, The Last Ship renewed for season 5. We got Law and Order SVU on NBC. Surprise, 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 surprise. Law and Order SVU is renewed for season 19. Season 19. Jesus Christ. Fucking mothercock. Fucking season 19. The fuck? Let's get, how many years has Keller been off the show? We got Last Ship, Last Man Standing. The Leftovers is ending after 3 seasons this year. Right now, I think the last episodes are airing right now. If you're into The Leftovers, never watched it. The Nick was the 1-900 doctor show about a great doctor hooked on drugs before they knew what hooked was. I'm rewatching The Kingdom. The Nick. Okay, cool. That actually sounds like an interesting idea for a show. Interesting. I wish I could do that whistle when I wanted to. Different idea for a show. Shh, shh. It only happens by accident. So The Last Ship. I just did it again. The Last Ship. The Last Ship renewed for season 5. Law and Order SVU renewed for season 19. The Leftovers ending in season 3. Legend of Chamberlain Heights on Comedy Central renewed for season 3. Legends of Tomorrow renewed for season 3. Legion on FX, which I know is a show that I've been wanting to watch that I haven't got an opportunity to, and I've heard nothing but good things about Legion. FX renewed for season 2. Now, I haven't watched The Leftovers, and I can't imagine myself liking it. I don't know why. I've listened to a little bit of a Leftovers podcast, and I know people that watch have told me a little bit about the show. I just don't think it's the kind of show, something I would necessarily enjoy. Legends of Tomorrow renewed. This is one I'm happy about. I know it's nothing special or deep, but this is a show Joe and I are huge fans of, and we've enjoyed talking about this in passing over this year, and I'm excited that they're giving it a second season. Lethal Weapon is officially renewed for season 2 on Fox. And with Fox, you never can tell. They could have deemed it too expensive because of all the explosions that they did or something like that. I don't know. But Lethal Weapon, relatively excited. If it was canceled, I wouldn't have been too bummed, but the fact that it's back, I'm going to enjoy watching it every week again, too. It's a good watch. Love watching Damon Wayans on my television. He's, any excuse to see Damon Wayans actually acting on my TV screen every week and playing and making jokes and being Waynesy. I was just going to say, homie, don't cancel Lethal Weapon. Homie, don't play that. Let's do 3 snaps in lethal formation. So I'm excited. Then we have The Librarians on TNT, which is renewed for season 4. Love in Pieces, renewed for season 3. Longmire on A&E is ending with season 6 on Netflix. So I don't know if I'm reading this correctly. Longmire, which was an A&E show, is going to put its final season on Netflix. We have who do I think will be the main star in the Mayan show? It's a good question. Is it going to be what's his name? Our main Mayan character. I'm blanking on his name. The character that came over most of the time was our son's connection to the Mayans. I don't know. It might be someone completely different. I haven't read anything really about it, which I know Kurt does a lot of pre-show stuff. I haven't watched the Sutter blog in a long time. If he still does that on YouTube, where he talks about like the writing of everything. I got to admit, I haven't been checking in on my Kurt Sutter since Bastard Executioner. I was like, I hated that so much that I needed to run away from Sutter and be like, okay, I got to hide, and just like ignore it and hopefully come back with a fresh mind. So I haven't really looked into too much about what that's going to be based around. Dirty says, out of all the television shows and movies that showed up on TV, I knew Lethal Weapon would make it. Phil, you're doing Liverpool cover joke that no one's going to get because they're all too young. That was for you, Taka. But yeah, Lethal Weapon it's not great. It's just surprisingly fun because instead of trying to remake exactly everything that happened in the movies or redefine or recast exact versions of the characters from the movies, they're doing inspired versions of it. And I don't know, it's fun. It's fun for me. Shot well, good music. Little formulaic, every episode kind of goes by the same sort of thing, but it's okay. Yeah, I like watching formulaic shows and episodic kind of programs because it keeps me invested in when I watch something like Westworld or Game of Thrones or some of these deep shows that are or Better Call Saul that are next level enjoyment for me or tickle other parts of my body. But as I mentioned before, I like watching naked dating tickle my bumhole. I enjoy that sort of shit. I enjoy bad game shows and horrible programming as much as I like good programming. Legends is super meh in my opinion. I'm with you, Gon, but I never really watched Supergirl because I hated it on ABC. I tried the first 10 episodes on ABC, and if it's horrible on ABC, I didn't think it was going to be good on CW. I don't mind Supergirl and crossovers, but fuck Supergirl, it's horrible. Legends, I've actually fallen out of watching Legends simply because we missed a couple of episodes and I'm not inspired to rewatch it. I will catch up in Netflix, but Legends doesn't do it for me. But Arrow and Flash are the ones I'm loyal to in the CW. Those shows I do watch loyally week to week, and I think those two universes, if those two were the only universes that exist and they didn't do anything more in that, they just kind of focused on those two and then everything else was around that, or even if they combined eventually was the Flash Arrow show like they did with the Batman Superman animated show in the 90s, and they eventually made it one big show, I wouldn't mind that either. I think some of the Legends characters work really well. I just think it's a little bit at times, and I don't mind silly, I just don't enjoy it. At times, it seems a little, and I don't like all the characters that they added. I don't know. Legends just doesn't do it for me either. Living Color at the time is the time I laughed at Jim Carrey. What was Jim Carrey's? What was it? Fire Marshal Bill? Was that fucking love that shit. AMC, has anyone ever watched Humans? IC says yes, Richie, and the Swedish version is good too. So here we go. Humans is the show that is, I'm sorry to say it this simply, is the one that's similar to Westworld, right? That people were saying when Westworld comes, oh, this is just like Humans. I haven't watched Humans either, but it's something that I've heard relatively good things about it. So it is something I may want to check out at some point in time. So I happened to be on when I was in the room because I didn't pay attention to it. Didn't pay attention to Humans, but it happened to be on when he was in the room. So The Librarians on TNT, Love in Pieces on CBS is renewed. Longmire, I said that ending, but season 6 on Netflix. Love on Netflix is renewed for season 3. Didn't watch all of it, but Love's a charming little series if you're into it. It's well written and well put together. I didn't make it all the way through it because it wasn't my cup of tea. But if you're into it, I could see that being a very enjoying watch from beginning to end. So I can't say anything bad about Love, but I didn't like it. If that makes sense. Again, it's like a band that I know is good. I'm sorry, I'm going to ruin my fucking, certain bands I think are good, but I don't necessarily love them. I think Rush is an amazing band. I think they're really great, talented musicians, write good songs for the people that like them. Kiss is another example. I think Kiss is a well put together product that you sell. I don't like either band, but I can't say they're shit. If I was up here saying Rush is shit, fuck you. Never listen to anything I have to say about music again. Rush is a talented band that I'm not into. So Love was a good series that I wasn't into. Yes, Fire Marshal Bill and the Bodybuilder. Yeah, I forgot about the Bodybuilder, Taka. We got Lucifer, who is renewed for season 3. Luke Cage, officially renewed for season 2. MacGyver, renewed for season 2. Didn't watch the new MacGyver, so I don't know why I'm yucking. When I'm a fan of Lethal Weapon, I'm sitting here judging people that might like MacGyver while I'm sitting here saying I watch Lethal Weapon every week. So who am I? Who am I to say whatever? Who am I to say who's it on the what's and Mr. Bill? Humans doesn't have the Anthony Hopkins thing. Legion is on FX is great. I'm with you, Phil. Fell out of Legends of Tomorrow, but I never missed Flash. Flash got me into the other series. I did not watch Arrow when I first saw it. So I maybe even tried an episode and I was like, this isn't for me. When Flash started, I couldn't help but watch it. It was just so bright and interesting. And that first season of Flash just hooked me right away. And when Oliver finally does show up, it made me have to go back and watch Arrow. And it made me like Arrow. It also made me be flexible with Legends for a while because Snart was a big part of it. And I don't want to ruin Legends. But when things started to change around on Legends a little bit, I still think there's moments that there's good episodes and good character arcs, and I like some of the characters on there, but Legends is just a little too shit on the wall for me, where I feel like the other series are a little bit too, or a little bit more measured in what their arc is and stuff. Legends is just a little, I don't know, just isn't my thing. Broke Black Man in the motherfucking chat. Great to see you, Broke. So Lucifer is good if you like buddy cop shows. So many shows. And let's go. We got Madam Secretary on CBS that is renewed for season 4. The Magicians on Sci-Fi renewed for season 3. Major Crimes on TNT renewed for season 6. Making History on Fox is canceled. Man in the High Castle on Amazon is renewed. I was gonna say reviewed for some reason. I was like, why doesn't that sound right? Man in the High Castle reviewed through season 3, renewed through season 3. Man Seeking Women, the most very interesting title, canceled. Man with a Plan on CBS renewed for season 2. Marco Polo. Marco Polo on Netflix is officially canceled. I think too much money and didn't get the ratings it needed. It's interesting to think how Netflix judges ratings. I guess it's how many people watch it or rewatch it or double watching. But for whatever it's worth, Marco Polo is canceled. They definitely put a lot of time, money, and effort into Marco Polo over the last couple of years. So maybe that Netflix money can go somewhere else now. So let's continue. Master of None on Netflix, season 2, is now streaming. The Mick on Fox is renewed for season 2. The Middle is renewed for season 9. The Mindy Project will be ending on Hulu with season 6. Exactly, Taka. It's too many characters to care about, too many characters to worry about, so it's hard to care about any of them. And there are some ones I care about, but the ones I care about are Rory and friggin' Snart are the ones I care most about. And the Doctor. I care a lot about the Doctor, too. Can't believe they had a show called Training Day of the movie. Sam says, no, I like Marco Polo. And redirect Marco Polo's money and get Limitless. Gone. Keep it alive. I want to be doing the Santa Claus podcast 20 years from now with my big gray beard and have you keep mentioning Limitless. I want you to. Keep it alive. Great stuff. Marco Polo was over $100 million, says Ren Renwood. He got fired from Netflix. Yeah, you're costing me too much. You're fired. You are dominated. Master of None season 2 is streaming. The Middle Mindy Project, but The Missing on Stars is to be announced. Modern Family is renewed through season 10. Mums on CBS is renewed through season 5. Mozart in the Jungle on Amazon is renewed for season 4. Mr. Robot is renewed for season 3. Okay, here are 2 good ones for people into these shows. Second one I'm more excited about than the first, just because I didn't even watch season 2 of Mr. Robot yet. I will watch it at some point. Mr. Robot on USA, officially renewed for season 3. Narcos on Netflix, renewed for season 4. So Narcos is a lot of shit's coming for Narcos. So we got Nashville on CMT, renewed for season 6. Nathan For You on Comedy Central, to be announced. I've heard a lot of good things about Nathan For You. I've never watched it. I kind of know what it's about, but I've never actually watched an episode of it. I'm curious if people in the live motherfucking chat, if anyone watches it or is a fan of that series, and if it's worth it to go kind of seek it out. I've heard good things about Nathan For You. So here we go, especially by the end, Sam Crow, because they had to pay the actors on The Sopranos. Sam Crow says, I heard The Sopranos cost $2 million. And the live chat's on the screen. I don't have to say what people say. Especially by the end, because they were paying the actors so much money, especially James Gandolfini. They were paying him like crazy money per episode. Fargo is renewed, I believe. Let me go back up there. I'm pretty sure I said Fargo. Fargo is to be determined. Fargo is still to be determined right now. So that's a little scary. So here we go. Let's scroll back down. Narcos, Nashville, Nathan For You. But Narcos is officially a go. Dirty Issue says boo on Mr. Robot. Season 2 is garbage. I watched one episode of iRobot, couldn't get into it. Mr. Robot has died for me, says Critch. Love season 1, did not finish season 2. So is it and we're going to get to this show in a little bit, so I'll talk about this then, but is it the True Detective thing? And I don't mean a different cast. I mean, I watched True Detective season 1, could not miss an episode of season 1 of True Detective. Season 2, I watched 4 or 5 episodes and said, no, can't do it. Shutting this shit off. Was it kind of like that, Mr. Robot bad, or did it just get too over the top or something like that? I'm just curious. But yeah, we're gonna get to True Detective in a little bit. But I'm excited about Narcos. So yeah, it's a smart idea not to finish season 2, says Taka. So then we go to, as I mentioned, Nathan For You. That was the last one I talked about, right? Yeah, Nathan For You is to be determined. New Girl on... Broke says Narcos was boring for him, in my opinion. Then again, I only saw 3 episodes. It's a slow build. I like Narcos, but I can see how it might not be someone's style. It is long for me at times, but I loved every minute of Narcos, to be honest. So I'd give it one more shot, Broke, and if you're not feeling it the second time, like try to commit yourself to watching season 1 if you have the time. And if you don't like it, after a few episodes, you'll know right away. Again, it's one of those, most shows are like this, but some shows I will say, like, watch the whole thing, maybe you'll like it by the end. Give it another shot with fresh eyes, and if you're not feeling it, you're probably not going to feel it. I'm still obsessed with The Sopranos because I just finished it, even though it's been 10 years. I am too, Sam Crow. I go back and watch that very, very often. Matt and we did a live watch of the end of season 1 recently, and we're eventually going to be getting back into doing live watches of season 2 and kind of rewatching and talking about the episodes again. So Sopranos will never die in this channel. It's one of those things that I'll always keep talking about as time goes on. Yep, American Cox were renewed. Yep, it was the same for season 2 of True Detective, says Ren. So Nashville renewed Nathan For You, to be announced. New Girl renewed for 7th in a final season. And Critch, I think your first name was more accurate. New Girl, NCIS on CBS renewed through season 15. NCIS LA renewed through season 9. NCIS New Orleans, CBS renewed through season 4. Night of on HBO, to be determined. Another HBO series I have never actually watched. The Night Shift on NBC, season 4 premieres on June 22nd. No Tomorrow on CW is canceled. No Bodies on Comedy Central is renewed for season 2. The OA on Netflix renewed for season 2. The Odd Couple on CBS, to be determined, likely canceled. One Day at a that was a piece of shit version of The Odd Couple. One Day at a Time on Netflix renewed for season 2. If you're going to do The Odd Couple now and you want to do another remake of The Odd Couple, you need to do it differently and bring something interesting, or at least cast the fucking thing right. You should watch Lilyhammer on Netflix. I watched season 1 of Lilyhammer. That's, I love me some, you're talking to Sam Crow. Yeah, it's definitely worth. It's like the continued adventures of Syl. It's like not, spoiler alert for the end of The Sopranos. It's like if nothing bad happened to Syl and he actually went into the witness protection program, how that would go. So, or if Syl wakes up. We got The Odd Couple, One Day at a Time on Netflix, renewed for season 2. Odd Mom Out on Bravo, renewed for season 3. One Mississippi, renewed for season 2. Once Upon a Time on ABC, renewed for season 7. Orange is the New Black, renewed through season 7. The Originals, CW, renewed for season 5. The original CW renewed for season 5. Orphan Black on BBC. Final season premieres on June 10th. Outlander on Stars, renewed for season 4. Outsiders on WGN. America is canceled. The Path on Hulu is renewed for season 3. Peaky Blinders, which I know a lot of people do like that show, and that's been suggested a bunch. Never watched it. On BBC is renewed through season 5. People of Earth on TBS. Come on, computer, do this. There we go. 13 Reasons Why is being renewed. Yes, Kyle, XY, and Buffy ain't returning. Season 2 of True Detective was bad. Mr. Robot Season 2 was over-the-head cocaine-fueled no-sleep writing, 2 bullshit fuck you audience moments, and a Twin Peaks-style ending. ... Love Season 1 of True Detective. Rewatch it. Season 2 was good for me, but nothing to fight over, says Critch. Taka, amazing. What the fuck? Great rant. I'm glad I said that. I'm glad I caught that comment. And so Outsiders is canceled. Yes, WGN's American Outsiders is canceled. The Path on Hulu is renewed for season 3. Peaky Blinders, blah, blah, blah. People of Earth on TBS, renewed for season 2. Pitch on Fox is canceled. Playing House on USA, renewed for season 3. Please Like Me, could be subtitled the name of this podcast. Please Like Me, canceled. Vikings on a Hill, Outsiders, frowny face. Portlandia, IFC, ending with season 8. Power on Stars is renewed for season 5. Powerless on NBC is canceled. The Powerpuff Girls on the Cartoon Network is renewed for season 2. This is one I know is important to some people that listen to the channel. Preacher on AMC is renewed. Season 2 premieres on June 25th. Pretty Little Liars on Freeform, ending after season 7. Pure Genius is canceled. Quantico is to be determined, hopefully canceled. Or it says canceled, probably canceled, I mean. Not hopefully, likely canceled. Queen Sugar on OWN, renewed for season 2. And let's see, I'm on that one. I know what I'm on. I did not see Black Mirror, but let me look back up. Black Mirror is not on this list, so I think that's a good sign. So let me scroll back down here. Where was I? I was at Portland. Okay. Queen Sugar is renewed for season 2. And Ray Donovan, renewed for season 5. Not a series I've watched yet, but something that Joe again tries to get me to watch. He says that's a very good series. The Real O'Neills on ABC is canceled. Real Rob is renewed through season 2. Yes, on Netflix. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck all. Yay. I'm happy about that. I know it seems so stupid and it's an awful show, but I don't care. It's awful. It's horrible. It's whatever. But Real Rob, which is a Rob Schneider fake reality show. It's like not a real one, but it's like a fake fictitious version of his family. And I don't know why, but it's like the most fun I've ever had with Rob Schneider or something, and it's horrible. I feel like dirty watching it sometimes that I'm laughing so much at it. But I have to say, I actually really liked Real Rob season 1. It was bad, horribly bad, but I enjoyed it. So Netflix is renewing it for season 2. It surprises me, but good. Black Mirror is one of those things that gets commissioned when it's ready. I agree with that, Cheekiest. I think it's one of those things that will always exist on Netflix, and they'll just basically do it when they can do it. So Real Rob is coming back. It's horrible. It's so horrible, but I'm so excited to watch more episodes of it. It's like the Dice show like that on was it on Stars or in Showtime or something like that. It's similar. I like that's what I was saying. I like horrible shows too, and it makes me laugh. Yeah, I can't believe that's actually happening. Where did the Black Fairy send them? Are we starting all over? I don't blame that ending. No one wants to see Tony get his brains blasted out in his family's face. That would be too much after everything they've been through. Heather Rose, great to see you, Heather. So let's continue here. Red Oaks on Amazon is ending with season 3. Rain on CW, something else I've heard some good things about that I haven't watched, ending after season 4. Review on Comedy Central, ending with season 3. Rick and Morty, Adult Swim, renewed through season 3. Riverdale, a show I watched with Stephanie. It's horrible. It's bad. Enjoy it. Renewed for season 2. So over-the-top bad. If you like horrible, over-the-top teen drama like Gossip Girl and New 90210 and that sort of shit, the one thing I like about it is CW, the shows that are successful now, are very much all these superhero shows. And CW is so ingrained in that. And they have to put this love story shit in there that doesn't feel like a fit all the time. It's why I have problems with some of the Felicity and Iris stuff that they force upon us, the problems in the relationships, some of the shit that they try to put in shows that I feel like don't necessarily need it. And, every problem's because people don't get along or they don't tell each other the truth. Riverdale, it's like you've been I always use music things. It's like you're in a rock band and you're really trying to write a ballad and you're working on a ballad and you have to take your time and play things slowly. And then you're like, fuck it. Let's write another funk song and just play like this heavy funk song. It's like CW putting on the gloves that they're used to wearing and going into horribly lowest common denominator teen drama. And that's what's decent about it. Is that it's back to it's CW doing what CW does, not sort of breaking from the norm and having to be like, this is a great episode of Flash, but what we really need to do is make Iris mad at Barry in this episode. That's what we need to do because this is the CW and we need problems with characters and that's what we need. So let's do it. No, but with Riverdale, it's like, oh yeah, let's put, you want to do a person that gets shot and a cousins are fucking each other while they're shooting someone and the gang is, and then the mother is breaking into this thing and fucking it's like they're back home again. So I'm actually excited for Riverdale season 2. Fucking flush me down a toilet. Riverdale took me 3 episodes to figure out. It was Archie's on CW. And it's, me too. I didn't even, they could have those characters be named anything. It doesn't need to be fucking Archie characters. It could just be called CW generic teen show here. And they just put the character's name. It's like, okay, this guy's name's Jughead. Okay, well, we gotta make his dad a biker that named his kid's Jughead and Starfly or something. Yeah, it's so bad you have to watch. Critch, you said it better in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 words that I ever could say. It's Riverdale, so bad, you have to watch. And you get to see Molly Ringwald, or the ghost of Molly Ringwald. Almost like Molly Ringwald had sex with the movie Mask from, what's that guy's name? Why am I blanking on his name? The star from Mask and then also Some Kind of Wonderful. Eric, he was could have been in Back to the Future. Like, it's almost like Molly Ringwald went to a plastic surgeon and said, could you make me look more like Mask? She plays Archie's mom on the show, and Luke Perry plays Archie's dad. It's horrible. Oh my God, getting Hulu. Stat. Riverdale is Liv Tyler in that one. No, Liv Tyler isn't in that one. It's, like I said, Molly Ringwald, Luke Perry, for the people you would know. And the rest are kind of just B teen actors being very horrible and doing horrible things. Riverdale, it's just so bad. It's so fucking bad. So, I was at a talk. The 100 and the original Supernatural CBWs are both good shows. Let's see. Now I got to answer that. What episode last night? Here we go. Yeah, I can't believe that actually happened. Okay, I see. Sorry, I'm getting in. For anyone not watching live, I'm scrolling up in the chat trying to catch up with discussions. Pretty in faded pink. She looks, Critch. She looks horrible. Like, it's like what? The plastic surgery is just bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I would also like Shetland on Netflix. Shetland on Netflix. It's a detective show. Here we go. I am okay with season 1 shows if they're as good as Horace and Pete. Excuse me. So let's continue and we're sort of starting to get down towards the end. Roadies on Showtime is canceled. Rosewood on Fox is canceled. Royal Pains ends with season 8. The Royals renewed for season 4. Salem on WGN America is canceled. Santa Clara Diet on Netflix renewed for season 2. Awesome. Santa Clara Diet was a fun watch. I like that a lot. I like that more than I probably should. Yeah, great show, fun show. Drew Barrymore and the main actor who was also on the show, the Rob Lowe and Fred Savage show that I'm blanking on the name on right now. That was on last year. I'm blanking on the name of it. But anyways, a fun show. Santa Clara Diet. Drew Barrymore, one of my favorite things she's done in years. And I'm not the biggest Drew Barrymore fan, but I enjoyed pretty much every single minute of Santa Clara Diet. I thought it was charming, very well written, edited together, and I think the acting jobs the actors play in this over-the-top universe that they're in, fit very well. They cast it very well. And the two of them have excellent timing. Molly of the Living Dead. Yeah, she does look like that. We got Schitt's Creek on Pop is renewed for season 4. Scandal on ABC, ending with season 7. Scorpion on CBS, renewed for season 4. Scream on MTV, renewed for season 3. For people that like the Scream television series on MTV. And I think someone's about to scream no in the live chat right now. No, Padme! Scream Queens on Fox is to be determined. Search Party, dude. Dude, it's a fucking search party. Is renewed on TBS for season 2. Secret and Lies on ABC is canceled. Excuse me while I check. Okay, cool. So I'm waiting for someone to text me that they're coming out here. That's why I keep going like this. So yeah, Scream Queens. Here we go. Secret and Lies, series of unfortunate events on Netflix, renewed through season 3. Shade of Blue on NBC, renewed for season 3. Shadowhunters on Freeform. I think someone mentioned that in the live chat a few minutes ago. Renewed for season 3. Scandal ending. There is a God. Heather says, watch all of Bates Motel. It's amazing. So many twists. I'm excited, but I'd be excited to watch that at some point. I keep reading when I read underrated television show lists when I'm just sort of fucking around reading stuff. Bates Motel always comes up. And I'm not a big horror fan but I like all the Psycho movies when it really comes down to it. I like the character of Norman Bates and I understand that. And I think that is something I would probably watch at some point in time when the whole series is done, kind of do a full binge watch of that. Got to look into Shetland, Wren, like BBC shows. I also like Shetland on Netflix as a detective show. Got to look into Shetland, Wren, if you like BBC shows. Awesome. This is what's fun about doing a list like this with all these renewed shows. I'm learning about shows I don't watch, and it's also getting to be a good kind of everyone suggesting other shows that they watch that other people should watch. So I'm going to try to maybe do this as a yearly thing, make this an annual thing to do, because I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So and I also want to do something like this when the new shows get announced. They're going to be premiering, like the pilots have been picked up, and kind of talk about each one of those and what we think is going to be good and not. So, okay, Scream Queen's Search Party, where am I? Oh, I was at Shadowhunters. Shameless, renewed for season 8. The Sha-na-na, Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na, Sha-na-na-na-na. I know some people like this. I haven't watched this. I've heard decent things about it, but the Sha-na-na-ra Chronicles on MTV is renewed for season 2. No shit, Phil Bates. No shit, Phil Bates was a great take on Legend. Going to look into Shetland Wren like BBC. Oh, I like it. I see. Definitely a binger. So let's continue on to here as I'm sorry, I just had that sort of feeling that only gets after not doing a podcast for a week and being stir crazy and talking too much to people. Like, my friends are coming into town, as I mentioned earlier in this podcast, and I'm just like, like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, I haven't done the podcast in a week. Excuse me. So, Sherlock is to be announced on PBS. Shooter, I wanted to do the whistle sound, renewed for season 2 on USA. Shut Eye on Hulu, renewed for season 2. Silicon Valley on HBO, to be determined. The Simpsons, officially renewed through season 30. This one bothers me a little bit, not because I think this most recent season of The Simpsons hasn't been funny. In fact, I've watched more episodes of this most recent season, and I found a lot of episodes serviceable and fun episodes. How do you continue the show without Harry Shearer? Harry Shearer is leaving after this most recent season, which I believe is 29. How do you have the show without Principal Skinner? How do you have the show without all of the characters that Harry Shearer... I'm not going to go down the fucking list. But Harry Shearer is officially leaving The Simpsons now. Come on. Like, he's as important as any member of that family. Him and Hank Azaria. Like, if either of those two had decided to leave at any point in time, I would argue in some ways they're more important than someone than the actor that plays Marge. You could replace her voice or replace even Homer. I mean, even Homer's voice is one guy doing it, so it's like someone could do it theoretically if they didn't want to pay him. I know it's important, but at this point, you have so many years of doing it. But Harry Shearer and Hank Azaria do so many bit characters for that part. And for me, The Simpsons ended, a big moment of the great era of The Simpsons ended when Phil Hartman died, because he did so many other voices. So you lost many of the characters. You lost every voiceover on the television. Every shady lawyer situation you missed out on having that character come in. So many other little moments you didn't realize how much Phil Hartman did for that show. I'd say the same thing, even more so, can be said about Hank Azaria and Harry Shearer. And if you're gonna have a new principal, what are you gonna do? You're gonna use old audio of him doing the character, and that's gonna be fucking stupid. I don't know. They should just end it when Harry Shearer, retire it when Harry Shearer leaves. He is The Simpsons. As much as all those characters are, his energy brings that irreverence to every episode. I don't know. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Stop. And like I said, I've enjoyed this last couple of seasons of The Simpsons. I tune into them. Every once in a while, I'll be scrolling on DVR, picking shows. I don't record the series, but I'll record this week's episode of The Simpsons, see if it's all right. And I'll watch it, it's all right. I'm not into it, but it's quality. The animation looks good. Sometimes you get decent storylines. The characters are funny. But mostly it's Skinner that makes me laugh. Burns that makes me laugh. All these ones that have nothing really to do with the family. It's these other character actors that are getting tired and want to leave the show. But whatever. I can't stop thinking about Dwight from The Office. When people say Bates Motel, it sounds like Beats Motel. So perfect, I cried. You totally get the perspective of Norman and why he's the way he is. Frontier was good too, to spots. So cute. Prison Break seems stupid. The whole complex seems dumb as fuck. Oh, it is. Sam Crow. When you watch Prison Break, you're embracing the dumb of it all. And it's you're leaning into it. And you're I love it. Splat me with that stupidity. It's almost like the character of Michael Scofield has magic powers where he can look at things and tattoos become alive. Excuse me. So let's continue here. So The Simpsons, done with my Simpson rant. 6 on History, renewed for season 2. Sleepy Hollow on Fox is canceled after 4 seasons. I know there were a lot of people that were fans of that show. Sneaky Pete on Amazon, which I watched like 5 or 6 episodes of. I definitely want to continue and finish it. I've just been so busy lately, haven't had time to get to. Starring, I can't remember the guy's name that stars, but Bryan Cranston's in it, so that's why I was watching it. But it's all right. Nothing special. Decent enough. And Handmaiden, such a happy way to promote suicide. Handmaiden, is that the show starring Peggy from Mad Men? I haven't watched it yet, but I think I've seen posters or advertisements for the series. If the soul ever leaves the yellow body, the decay really starts. I'm about to drink the Kool-Aid. So then we got Son of Zorn, which good thought for a TV show, but just the execution of it was not good. I laughed a little bit on a couple of episodes of it I watched. I like Cheryl Hines a lot. Can't wait to see her on Curb Your Enthusiasm this year. Hopefully. But I just couldn't get into Son of Zorn. I wanted to like it. I just couldn't. I tried. I fucking tried. Yeah, Prison Break. Suspend disbelief. Yeah, Prison Break thing. Drink something, smoke something, eat something. Suspend disbelief. Watch people eat scenery. That's the best way to watch Prison Break. And I mean, some people don't like shows like that. That's why I watch Prison Break. I try not to think while watching Prison Break. It creates all sorts of problems. And I mean, when I say all sorts of problems, I mean 150 problems in the first episode. That you're like, what? Stockholm TV syndrome. This is very good. I like this. But no, it's fun. It's over the top fun. Still haven't seen Mad Men. Neither have I, says Critch. Mad Men, it took me a while to watch it. I think what's going to surprise you when you first start eventually to watch the first season of Mad Men, where I was surprised by it, because I had always figured it would be boring, because I always heard it as a comparison to The Sopranos. Sopranos is way better of a show. I feel like Mad Men, its problem was the shows that it got compared to. It's an excellent period piece in the way of a Boardwalk Empire, in the sense of a real good snapshot at a time period. Should it be talked about as one of the best television series of all time? No. Not even a little bit. Should it be talked about in that conversation with The Wire, with Sopranos, Better Call Saul, I was just about to say Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul Universe, Game of Thrones, like whatever you're interested in, so many other shows that you could put there, The Shield. Should it be in that conversation with those other programs? No. Is it a very well put together snapshot kind of program? Yes. The first season is hilarious. So much of it's at its best to me when it's funny. When it tries to get too deep into a storyline and try to be more than the sum of its parts, that's when the show falls apart for me a bit. But there's so many actors, friendly characters from different television shows. And it's so important in the era of television that we live in as one of those building block programs to the kind of TV we live in. And it's members, people that worked on The Sopranos, spinning off, essentially, or getting fired from David Chase, to be honest. About what happened is they got fired by David Chase because David Chase had more turnaround in his creators than any other show creator of all time. I could do a whole podcast on that, on the book that I was talking about last time that I still can't remember the name of it. It's like Difficult Men, from the Mad Men to Breaking Bad or something, from Sopranos to Breaking Bad. It talks about how David Chase constantly fired people and threw people out of his office. Some of the people that got fired went to create Mad Men. Mad Men's a good show. First season is hilarious. Don Draper, freaking what's his name there? John Hamm kills it through the whole series. Same with Peggy there. There's so many great performances. Nothing bad about it, but it's a good little TV program. It's not one of the greatest television shows of all time. And when someone builds something up like that, like, this movie's great, this song's amazing, you're going to love this so much, you're like, it's kind of boring. This isn't The Sopranos. This isn't Breaking Bad. it's everything Breaking Bad isn't. You know, it's measured, it's slow. It's faster paced sometimes. I don't know. It's worth a watch for the acting on it and if you enjoy it, but I don't think it should be called one of the greatest television shows of all time. Hey, Alicia. Huge hug. Glad you can jump on in here at the end. Great to see Alicia in the live motherfucking chat. Prison Break suspend this. Yeah. Great. So great. Okay. Prison Break. Prison Break. I'm like, this is not Prison Break. Back to the list. So Son of Zorn canceled. South Park renewed till 2019. Bum, 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 bum. We got more South Park coming. We got more South Park coming. No problem with more South Park coming. Speechless renewed for season 2. Spotless Esquire renewed for season 2. Stan vs. Evil on IFC renewed for season 2. Stitchers on Freeform season 3 premieres on June 5th. Star on Fox renewed for season 2. Star Wars Rebels on Disney XD renewed for season 4. Startup on Crackle renewed for season 2. The Strain on FX ending with season 4. Stranger Things on Netflix renewed for season 2. Suits on USA, show that got mentioned earlier in the live motherfucking chat, renewed for season 7. Let's go scroll back up in here. Uncle says Horace and Pete had Louis C.K., Steve Buscemi, Alan Alda, funny bastard, Edie Falco, Jessica Lange, and others in one cast because it was just one season. One season arc seems to work, i.e. True Detective. I agree. And it seems to be you can get people to come in for one big arc and these movie stars and do this great stuff, but they can't necessarily get them to commit for longer series arcs. And sometimes when that shit's just funny, like for Critch in there, because I think you're probably the only other person that watched in the live chat. Riverdale. How they ended the season of Riverdale with one of the main actors that plays one of the characters' dads or mums or whatever. How they ended that situation at the end of the season was just like, this actor does not want to be signed on long-term for this series. So let's kill him. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it's not so obvious the way they do it, and it really sneaks up on you. And you start to question if you think people are going to be on long-term for shows, someone like John Voight on Ray Donovan or something like that. Oh, great to see so many people in the live motherfucking chat. Thank you, everyone that's joined me this afternoon for this last minute sort of random podcast about the shows that are renewed and canceled for 2017-2018 season. As we're starting to wrap things up towards the end, if anyone has a last-minute comment or question that they want to get in, you can always email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com if I haven't read your comment and there's something you want to get into the live chat. But the live chat is in the fucking house right now, so people can just scroll through and read. But if you want to get your voice in the chat, you can leave a voicemail at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509, or text that number, and I'll make sure I get to that before the end of the show, as we're sort of starting to get down to the wrap up, the S's. We're getting towards the end here. So Stranger Things is coming back. I'm excited to see what they do with the season 2 of Stranger Things, and if it stays good, if they can keep the same level. Because I know some people didn't like it. I know Joe, among some other people, thought it was too bathed in nostalgia, not enough unique goodness. I really like that. I think nostalgia's fine when it's not all the time and when it works, and when it's good, something's good, it's good, whether it's nostalgic or not. I keep doing the music thing today, but when it's a style of music, I don't care what the style of music is. If it's good, a good song, it's a good fucking song. I don't care if it's jazz. I don't care if it's fucking country. I don't care if it's fucking hip hop. I don't care if it's a rock song. I don't care if it's a heavy metal song. I don't care if it's a death metal song. I don't care if it's fucking tribal music or fucking rhinoceros calypso music from a fucking from the planet Melmac. I don't care. As long as it's a good song. And I feel the same way about this. When will you start Sopranos season 2? I'm guessing end of the summer-ish. Probably end of July, beginning of August. I'll probably do Sopranos in parallel as another thing with Game of Thrones season. And because Game of Thrones will take over the channel, so it'll be a good B thing to do on some random weekends, on a random Saturday or Friday night, to have Matt come over and start doing some Soprano shows. So probably end of July, August, maybe even the beginning of July, in the beginning of June and stuff when I get back from the honeymoon. So is it true that the first 4 seasons... Wait, is it true that the first 4 seasons of first 4 episodes of season 7 of Game of Thrones has just been leaked online? Is that true? I'm gonna watch the stats of this video, and right at the 2 hour and 6 minute mark of this video, maybe it's a different thing. Maybe my timing's off, but I'm just gonna see this drop off of viewers. That everyone left at this point. No, that didn't really happen, Crutch. I hated Stranger Things since Broke Blackman until I binged it. Then it became a whore. I became a whore for it. So we will be doing it. Kid that plays Mike is in the new It remake. Oh yes, he's also in absolutely. One of the kids that plays Mike in Stranger Things is going to be in the new It remake, which is interesting to see him. It makes you almost want it to be. They should have just cast all the Stranger Things kids for that. Really, the first alien planet you could come up with is Melmac, Phil? Really? I was searching. I was going to say Vulcan. I was going to say Romulus. I was going to say SETI Alpha 5 or something. But Melmac kept ringing in my brain. Come on, this is before I usually wake up. That is funny. So Suits renewed for season 7. Supergirl renewed for season 3. Superior Donuts on CBS renewed for season 2. A lot of these shows I haven't even fucking heard of. Supernatural on CW renewed for season 13. Superstore on NBC renewed for season 3. Survivor's Remorse on Stars renewed for season 4. Sweet/Vicious on MTV is canceled. Switched at Birth on Freeform is ending with season 5. Taboo on FX renewed for season 2. Another show I've heard some good things about. Taken, another of these movies turned television shows on Fox, renewed for season 2. Then we have Tangled, the television series on Disney, renewed for season 2. We have Teachers on TV Land, renewed for season 3. Teen Wolf on MTV is ending with season 6. That made 6 seasons. Wow. I watched a couple episodes of that. That was shit. This Is Us, NBC, renewed for season 3. I know a lot of people watch that. This Is Us on NBC, renewed for season 3. Those Who Can't on True TV, renewed for season 3. Time After Time on ABC, canceled. Timeless, renewed for season 2. Too Close to Home on TLC is to be determined. Top of the Lake on Sundance, renewed for season 2. Training Day on CBS, as was mentioned earlier, to be determined and likely canceled. Red Walrus says, Taboo never grabbed me, might give it another shot. When is my recap of Better Call Saul going to be? It will be Tuesday at around 2 p.m. Joe and I will be doing that. Got Joe with me this week, and Tuesday afternoons work out a little bit better for him than Mondays because of his work turnaround. And also, I don't have a computer to take notes right now. I have all my streaming computers, but my MacBook that has all my notes and my thumbnail making software and all that sort of shit, I ripped the power cord over time, as everyone who has a fucking Mac knows those fucking power cords fucking die after have a shelf life on them. So I ordered another one. I'm waiting for it to get here till midweek. So I can't take notes as well. So it's going to be a very interesting Better Call Saul episode where I'm going to just go off someone else's review. Just read someone else's recap. I'll give them credit. And as I've always mentioned, if anyone out there ever wants to help out and be a part of the show and write a recap for us to read and watching the show live, you can always email me the recap right before the show, or email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. We can figure that out. If you feel like if typing is no big deal to you and you want to type out the shit that I'm going to say, what I'm going to read from the recap I write on any of these shows that we watch, Walking Dead, Better Call Saul, any of these kind of things, if that's something anyone ever wants to help out and try to do, by all means, I'd love to read your silly and be as silly with it as possible. Turn me into Ron Burgundy. And then Phil said he loves Fear the Walking Dead. Training Day died. Ren says, I love Top of the Lake. Teen Wolf was good for 3 seasons, then it fell to shit. I have to finish it, though. We're all like, there's some shows like that I'm that way, too. You invest so much into it, you have to watch it till the end. Transparent on Amazon Prime is renewed for season 4. Quixote laughing at my, trying to pawn off my responsibilities to other people. Quixote, huge hug to you, my friend. I love when Quixote's just ninjaing and she just pops her head up occasionally with a laugh when something finally makes her laugh. She's like, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, so, okay. I just totally didn't, okay. Okay, let's go on. She said something at the beginning to say, I'm going to be here, and then she ninjaed herself on off. So let's continue here at the end here. I can see the end. I can start to see the end of the list. So Training Day Transparent renewed. I hear good things about Transparent. I haven't watched it yet. Travelers renewed for season 2. Trial and Error on NBC is to be announced. Troll Hunters on Netflix renewed for season 2. True Detective to be determined. Season 3 is looking very possible. Okay. Season 3 is looking very possible. What I've heard that they're trying to do is bring McConaughey and Woody back. Now, was that what was missing from season 2? Was it the casting of it? Was it the writing of the season? For me, I think more than anything, it was the casting. Because I had to spend so much time getting to know new characters and get into a whole new kind of thing, and the storyline just didn't captivate me enough, made me not care. The minute I saw Vince Vaughn on my screen, it took me out of it. Like, I don't mind Vince Vaughn in comedies, but since he broke into that comedy thing, we're talking about Bates Motel, the worst portrayal of Norman Bates ever is Vince Vaughn. I could not stop laughing watching that version of Psycho with Vince Vaughn playing it. Blech. Like, I don't mind him in comedies. I think he's funny. I think he can even play in an acting role. I think he probably has a lot of acting skill. But because of the character he plays in those comedies, it takes me out of it. And on True Detective, I just never bought him in that role. And it took me out of the situation. I didn't even give the story time. I don't even know how the story ended because I didn't finish it. If they somehow could bring Woody and McConaughey back, I think they're the foundation of the show. They have an extremely built up a relationship as friends. They've been in other movies together, Ed TV, but they've also they're good friends in reality, and they work extremely well with each other. And they've been how it all started was ultimately them wanting to work in a project together. So I think for this to work, for season 3 of True Detective to work, I don't care what they do with the story. You need to bring Woody and McConaughey back. It doesn't mean you can't introduce new characters, but they need to be part of it. It's like it's just important. They were the stars of the fucking show. The thing that made it feel like you were watching this high-end movie over so many hours to see these two giants. I mean, Woody started in fucking television on Cheers, but Woody Harrelson, his big starring roles are in some of the big, huge, iconic movies of the 90s. People vs. Larry Flint, Natural Born Killers. So, like, even that movie with Robert Redford and Demi Moore, Indecent Proposal, White Man Can't Jump, Wildcats. I mean, Woody Harrelson is just so much, in so many ways, a movie star. And I mean, yeah, weed became a little bit more important than movies, and a little bit where the attention went to positive end of smoking weed, but he's a all around, like, he has a star quality about him. And Matthew McConaughey is a fucking movie star, and like a straight up fuck you movie star, and a funny guy too. And so much of that series, I couldn't even tell you about the storyline. I don't even think it had the greatest conclusion to it all, but at the end of season 1, I just think the interactions and the monologues of those two characters, seeing those two great actors go. In the next season, it was almost like, yeah, we're in these True Detective clothes. We have to act all True Detective-y. It's like, no, it wasn't that. It was about those actors. So if we do get a season 3 of True Detective, HBO, pay the men what they want, get those two actors back together for the series, and then you might have something again. Quixote's the golden snitch we see at the beginning, and then she disappears and reappears. Bye, Alicia. Thank you so much, as always, for jumping on in. Huge hug. Huge hug. The good kind of hug yourself. The great kind of hug yourself. Top of the Lake, I'll have both Nicole Kidman and Julia Gwendolyn Christie in it. Nice one, Broke. BBM, I'm just passing the time till Phil gives me a Zelda stream. You're so right. The Zelda stream has to come. I know. I've been even what I did like last week was a tease. I just came on and did a Zelda stream and then left. I've been wanting to do a Zelda stream on this main channel too, but yes, soon, Quixote. Quixote's like, I don't care about this television shit. When's the Zelda stream? When's that DLC coming? Oh fuck. You were so money, baby. A toast to great shows gone wrong. Dexter leads the pack, says Uncle. You're so money, baby. And bring back Alexandra. Just saying. Okay, I'm not gonna. Let me jump out in here. Trial and Error on NBC to be determined. Troll Hunters to be determined. True Detective. Blah blah blah. Okay. True Detective. I wanted my True Detective rant. Next, Turn Washington Spy, ending with season 4. Excuse me. Tyrant on FX is canceled. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Season 3 premieres May 19th, so very soon. I hope season 3 is better than season 2. I like season 1 of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, mainly because of John Hamm. Again, I don't know if you can bring John Hamm back, but somehow bring John Hamm back. He's the funniest part of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt season 1. Season 2, I just couldn't feel it. For some reason, I just couldn't get into it. I'll give season 3 a shot because of how much I enjoyed season 1. So I hope they bring John Hamm back somehow. So Underground on WGNA is to be determined. Unreal on Lifetime, renewed for season 3. The Vampire Diaries on CW ends with season 8. Van Helsing on Sci-Fi, renewed for season 2. Veep on HBO, to be determined. But of course, Veep's going to be continued for as long as it wants to win, because they keep winning fucking awards every fucking year. HBO's not getting rid of Veep. Oh, fuck, dude. Versus Sales on Ovation, renewed for season 3. We were talking about this show earlier. Someone asked about this. I'm just starting to watch this. Like, literally, I just watched the first 2 episodes last night. Vice Principals is ending with season 2. Bummer. So, Zombieland, a smiley face. Damn, gotta go. Real World just got real later. Critch, as always, lots of love. Lots of love, Critch. Thank you for jumping on in and offering your awesome energy as always, like everybody in the live motherfucking chat. Zombieland was a fun first date movie, smiley face, or LOL. What Taka said. And let's continue almost to the end here. And you knew what this one was just as Critch is leaving. Westworld's renewed. So we go Vampire Diaries ending with season 8. Van Helsing, Veep, versus Vice Principals ending with season 2. Vikings on History officially renewed for season 5. Voltron, the Legendary Defender on Netflix, renewed for season 3. The Walking Dead, renewed for season 8. Wayward Pines on Fox, to be determined. Westworld, renewed for season 2, although might not come till 2018. Will and Grace, NBC, returning for a new season. Will and Grace returning for a new season. Workaholics, Comedy Central, ends with season 7. Wrecked on... Didn't Will and Grace end like 57 years ago? Am I thinking of a different show? Am I confusing my titles again? Didn't that show end like 10 seasons ago? Workaholics on Comedy Central, ending with season 7. Wrecked on TBS, renewed for season 2. Winona Earp on Sci-Fi, renewed for season 2. The X-Files on Fox is renewed for another 10-episode season. So if anyone was into the X-Files for the 10-episode season, it's apparently coming back for another one. And I've heard Vince Gilligan talk that he might work on an episode in that 10-episode season. He was asked about the first X-Files reunion, and he said he watched it, he enjoyed it. He couldn't get to work on the show because he was busy with Better Call Saul, but he was hoping that if it got renewed for another season, that they could schedule it out. So there is a chance I'm making things up, and I'm kind of hoping that I'm not even into the X-Files, but I know Vince Gilligan has a strong affinity for Chris Carter, teaching him to make shows the way he does, and was hoping he could have been a part of the remake, and is hoping he can be a part of a second season of it. So I'm happy just for Vince Gilligan. I don't even watch that shit. So the X-Files returning. Younger on TV Land renewed for season 5. Young and Hungry on Freeform renewed for season 5. You're the Worst on FXX renewed for season 4. Z Nation on Sci-Fi renewed for season 4. And Zoo on CBS officially renewed for season 3. And that is our list of shows that are officially renewed as of right now. That is all. It's kind of a static list. Some of those TBAs are constantly being updated. But as of now, right around now, the May the 15th is usually when they get in all of the main cancellations and stuff. So I wanted to come out here today and talk about that stuff. Also, as I mentioned earlier in the podcast, a little bit of an announcement. The next couple of 3 weeks are going to be, month or so is going to be kind of hectic on the channel. Stephanie and I are getting married on the 28th. And then we're going away on a honeymoon. So we are going to be disappearing and there isn't going to be as much stuff on the channel in the next month. We will be back the first week of June. I believe that we come back on like the 9th or something like that. And I'll be catching up with Better Call Saul then. We'll be doing some live streams, probably mainly from my phone on the YouTube channel. On my vacation in the process, probably this coming Friday night and Saturday night down at Foxwoods with Joe and Taka. We might do a little quick stream or something like that from the little quick phone stream. So gonna have a lot of fun over the next couple of weeks, and a lot of my friends and families are in town, and I'm just so all over the place, so much stress and so much to do, so it's a little harder to come out here. But Joe and I will be on tomorrow for Better Call Saul, and I think I will be on the following week for Better Call Saul. Episodes 8 and 9, though, will be a little harder to cover. So I will be doing a 8 and 9 review as a / preview for the season finale of Better Call Saul. So things will be a little altered. No American Gods coverage until we get back as well. Maybe another movie or some other random stream like this. I might go watch a movie and do a live stream instead of doing a live viewing of it. So that'll be the next couple of weeks, but try to get some of my friends that aren't really podcasters that are in town to do some stuff, but that's always difficult too. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Let's go back to the live motherfucking chat. And we got Z Nation. I can always watch my Phil's recap and reviews of Vikings. Thank you, Heather. Z Nation. Yes, Vikings. I didn't know Phil recapped Vikings. Yes, I did. We've recapped since haven't gone back and do season 1 and 2, but I'm pretty sure we did season 3 and 4. We've done. Joe's on a lot of them. Papa Larry's on a couple of them too. Congratulations, you guys have fun. Thank you, Heather. We will have a good time. We're going to the Dominican Republic for a week. Should be a good time. Taka is also in the wedding. He's one of the groomsmen, and Joe is one of the co-best men. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of people from the channel will be involved. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, no, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Poor girl. Oh, don't worry. As I mentioned, Broke, I already made her, we already had to postpone the wedding. No, we already had to make Dan and Dave postpone Game of Thrones Season 7, so it wouldn't interfere. But no, I won't be streaming at any time that makes it inappropriate or take away from any of the fun. But, you're just going to be sitting on a beach drinking for a week, There'll definitely be enough hours in the day to just turn it on and go like some silly stuff. But if you do, I'll show up anyway. So let's switch over. I think we got a couple of, yes, we do. We got a voicemail from the one and only Taka. Let's play Taka's message here. And then we'll start to wrap things up. Thank you, everyone, for the positive energy in the live motherfucking chat.
Yo, it's Taka in the motherfucking house.
Taka's brushing his teeth.
Issues.
Brushing his teeth.
You know, me. Why am I acting so weird? I don't know. It's early in the morning. I'm brushing my teeth. But, good picks. Out of all the shows, Training Day will not come back. I'll bet on that. I won't eat my shoe, but I'll bet on that. And it was pretty cool to watch you in early afternoon. Oh, yeah. American Cox this week. Oh, boy. I just saw episode 2 last night. Frightened a little bit. But anyway, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and I guess, Dirty Issues. So I'm going to be on Dirty Issues, Cosplay, Melee, season recap
Ooh.
with one of the contestants that was actually on the show, Josh from the Superheroes episode. So tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. Awesome. Everyone definitely check out that. You can see Dirty Issues in the live motherfucking chat. If anyone's watching this live, please click on his name in the chat. Go to that channel and subscribe to that channel. That is Joe, Tucker, and I's extended home where we do anything goes. He's been doing a lot of awesome live commentaries for The Flash, for Cosplay Melee, and has an awesome guest tonight. That's really great news. And a couple of other shows he does it for too. Into the Badlands. Joe does some live streaming of Uncharted there. I do some Zelda streams and also some old school game streams and just some random coverage there. So that's sort of our other channel where everything but recap, review, television, all that sort of shit goes. So check it out. It's our second home, and Taka is the Lord and Commander and Lord Watcher of the Dirty Issues. So check that out. Check lots of older content too. We're gonna be there's some links to and playlists for our 1 vs. 1 videos on one of Taka's other channels there, or will be. There's also the Brohawk vlog, which is really some awesome stuff, some diecast episodes with Joe and Taka doing some podcasts, and lots of other cool stuff. So definitely check out Dirty Issues with Taka's stuff. 1-800-DREW, love you, buddy. Love when I can catch you live. Love that I am able to get out here at different times of day, and could do that even more and more. I mentioned this in the last stream too. I was working the last couple of months. People know, like, things got hectic here on the channel, as well as started a new job, and I sort of had to alter the timeline to do some of the Vikings reviews at different times of day, or do them as live streams because I was getting up early. The company I was working for, unfortunately, has decided to close the doors, so I'm officially unemployed again. I am applying to some jobs, but in the process of that, it's the fuck it time. It's time to just do this thing. So I appreciate all the support people have given with the super chat donations, and also the people that are donating on Patreon to help out. They're getting some of that Patreon only content that we post up there. Little live streams. I just recently did a top list of my some Star Wars random content, and Stephanie and I have done a couple of live podcasts. Got to thank all the people that support us on Patreon and get to check out some of that coverage. And you can check out all the different ways to help us. We also have some links to free trials of different things in the chat. Free trials of Audible, free trials of Loot Crate, free trials of Gamefly, free trials of all natural tampons, like all sorts of links and Sorry, I tried to speed that up because I wanted to speed through the affiliate links. If people want to sign up for some free trials and stuff like that, that helps out the channel grow too. So everyone, thank you so much that have helped us. And we're going to be fucking podcasting a lot more in the summer with Game of Thrones. Probably 3 Game of Thrones casts a week. We'll do the recap, we'll do the feedback show, and then I'll do sort of a prediction show. So we're going to have like 21 Game of Thrones podcasts in those 7 weeks, not to mention some other content. So thank you everyone that tuned into this podcast. You all are amazing. We love you. Oh, I forgot. I gave it a free roll of the dice. So let me play this final song, and then I have to go do something I promised. So talk to you guys next time. Later.
Torture the generation to the lost society. Wondering and wishing are 2 separate issues. Push out away for a bit to miss you. Grieving your sin when you're waiting your hope. Drifting in your wishing your mind too cold. Drifting with your mind too cold. Out of control. Your mind was a flower that your body lies.
Okay, there it was. I gave 1 free spin of the wheel earlier, and it was on trumpet solo. So there you go. I haven't played trumpet in like 8 months. My lips are gonna explode. But no, thank you, everybody. And have a good week. Oh, no, good week. I'll be on tomorrow with Joe. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I saw that ahead of time. Fuck! No, Heather Rose. Heather Rose, that might have been a wedding gift, and I so appreciate that. Heather Rose, thank you for the super chat. But you officially also, Heather Rose, you get a spin of the wheel. That's what people get. Every donation on super chat, and sometimes if you're a member of Patreon, you get the super chat spinning of the wheel. Right now, these are just temporary things in there. We're going to do fun casts where we decide what gets put in there because it's a dry erase board. But let's do it. Let's do it. Someone's like, no, I want 2 hours of a trumpet solo. I need to practice. I promise I have to practice trumpet if trumpet solo is going to be on here. I have to oil it too. 2 of my buttons are all tight. They won't even go down. Anyone that knows trumpet, right somewhere Lotus is freaking out. These 2 buttons aren't pushing down because I've been so long since I've played it. So here we go. Here we go, Heather. Let's see what you get. I'm hoping it's not Betty's stepping up on the wheel. Betty wants to spin the wheel. Here we go, Betty. Spin the wheel, Betty. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you. And here we go. The wheel. There we go. No shots. Oh. What's that say? It says Joe rant. Well, Joe's not here for a rant. So it says if Joe's not here, Phil rants about something. Or you motherfuckers, the fucking Fear the Walking Dead goes fuck themselves. He has a fucking ice cream fucking truck that punches his balls in the fucking shit. See, I can't do it. I can't do a Joe rant on cue. So you know what? I'll do another trumpet solo. Okay, sorry I had to alter the thing. Joe's not here, and I can't rant like Joe, so I'll kill my lips and do another trumpet solo since it was just in the hand. So Heather, thank you so much, Heather, for that super chat donation, and thank you to everyone for all the positive words and energy. You guys are fucking awesome. Oh no!